Hey, what is going on? Let's kill the music and we'll kill the music in just a second. Welcome to the stream. Today we're going to hang out with our can't even say it. That's a good start. Subscribers, viewers, anyone out there in YouTube land, welcome. Hope you're having a good Friday night and or Saturday morning or somewhere in between. Will I roll my intro? Will I dare? The last 2 weeks I've rolled my intro and the stream has crashed. I might skip the intro. I'm going to skip the intro. I'm going to be different today. Let's give a few shout outs in the chat in just a second. We'll get right there. I'm just going to kill this music and we'll be good to go. Boom, that's one way of doing it. The big shout out there too. Mod in the house. Rodney, he was in the stream before the stream began. That's always a good thing to see. Let's see who else we've got out there in YouTube land today. We've got first in the stream, Mick the dog is in the house. Rap is in the house. Pam is in the house. G'day Pam, all the way from Scotland. DC Scrap and Rooster's in the house. Everyone's starting to come in, so welcome, welcome, welcome. How was everybody's week since last stream last Friday night? I guess it is. I still got to think time zones. It's Saturday here. How many people came over from Roberto Blake's stream? Is he still streaming? I would expect he is. I was in there before as well. Give me a yo or something in chat to say that you're in Roberto's stream and that you came over because you got the alert. I know Beanie's over in Roberto's stream. Beanie was in there and Roberto decided to make him a mod just a few minutes into the stream. So Beanie has other duties, but he knows that I'm streaming, so he'll pop by soon, I'm sure. But we got Rodney in the house. Rodney is here this week. He missed last week, but he's here. He's just hammered out a video this morning. I saw a video go live just before, or when I woke up anyway. I woke up to get on Brian's stream this morning, and I noticed that Rodney had put out a video. I haven't checked it out yet, so make sure after this stream everyone goes check out Rodney's video on. I think it was on the impressions in CPR, wasn't it? Let me have a look. Oh, Beanie's in the house. Beanie, are you moderating 2 streams at the same time? It would not surprise me at all. Let me have a look. Rodney just put out his video, YouTube analytics, click-through rates, yeah, thumbnail impressions, analytics update. So, nice short video there by Rodney. So go check out Rodney's video after the stream. If you want to find it, click on his on the dots next to his name there. It'll take you to his channel. I just got the alert for my live stream just now. It just popped in, Beanie. So yeah, they're a bit delayed today. So we might have a few more people popping in, depending on your style of alerts. Yeah, I saw Pam was in Roberto's stream. She says she was in the stream a little bit. Pam says it's just a Saturday here too, just, yes. Everybody's behaving. Well, over on Roberto's stream, there's people behaving today. That's good to hear. Roberto cracks the whip. If you muck up in his stream, you're in trouble. So how is everybody? How is everyone today? How was your week? How many videos did you put out this week? Oh, I got 2 out this week, I think. I had my moderation part 2 come out around Monday, Tuesday, and I had one on my other channel, one of my dash cam videos come out on Wednesday. So that's 2 for me, not counting live streams. Let me put my iPad away. Let's make sure that everything's happening here. I can see my mic is indicating that I'm speaking and everyone can hear me. So does the chat. The chat tells me that too. So that's good. Rodney got one out barely, but it was a good one. It was very topical, Rodney. His impressions and click-through rates and stuff are the talk of the community this week. So timely. I don't touch that stuff myself. I leave it for you guys. This might be a shorter stream today. I'm just feeling a little fuzzy in the head. How's everybody's week going for production-wise? Getting focused. I've been all over the shop this week. DC Scrap and Rich said they have 2 out by tonight. That's good to hear. Pam's done 3 and a live. That's. I like the hustle. I like the hustle indeed. Okay. I'm having mental blanks. Well, I hit a milestone this week. Let me. I didn't get any graphics ready, but let me. Let's do it old school. Let's open the TubeBuddy app on my phone, and we'll bit of announcement here. As soon as it comes up, let's do the live subscriber count thing. Here we go. Oh no, there it is. Boom. 310 subscribers. So the milestone, 300 milestone, hit that. I was moderating on the Creator Fundamentals stream a couple of days ago, and I noticed that I was getting a few subscriptions popping in on my alerts on my phone, and I thought, I'll have a quick look. Pull up the TubeBuddy app, and it started ticking over. Boom, stopped right on 300, so I was pretty stoked. So it was good to reach that milestone. Well on the way to my first major goal of 1,000, which I guess that's probably most people's goal. Start, get that 1,000, get those watch time hours up, and get in the YouTube partner program. So that's the goal. So anybody got questions today, tech related, maybe a YouTube question or two? Don't forget to drop them in the chat right now. Anything you'd like to talk about, whack it in the chat right now. There's a bit of a Q&A section of our show, and then we might look at a few other things and get to we'll look at maybe a few channels later, and we'll be doing it in a similar fashion to the way we did it last week, because I'm giving that a red hot crack. It's different to what anybody else I've seen do so far, and they're free. So, because they're free, let's give it that. It's free. Now, let's see if there's any questions in here. I did see a question from Rap Raps asking me how old I am. I am, I have to think about it. What year is it? I am 46, I think. Yes, I'm 46. I'll be 47 later this year. So, yes, that's my age. So, that answers that one and only question that I see there. And my picture seems to have frozen there on there. So, let's just jump to another camera. That's odd. Are people seeing the same thing I'm seeing? Myself frozen. It's like I've just done a snapshot of me. Let me maybe jump to that there. There we go. I think it came good just before I switched to that one. Let's sit on this one for a few minutes. Here we are. Let me, while we're getting questions happening in the chat, if you've got questions or anything else you might like to bring up, let's have a look there at our last 4 subscribers as seen right here on our event list, which is on most of our pages here. These are the last 4 subs. There's no donations or anything in there, but they're all subs. Work from the bottom up in case somebody subs in the meantime. Immortal Human 897 subscribed. I think that was, I'm not sure if that was during a somebody's live stream or just during the week. Then Doggo and Sunsets subscribed as well. They might have been even in Andrew Can's stream yesterday. Chocken from the Nick Nimmon's Discord. I saw that he subscribed earlier today. And best friend in your Fred, he subscribed coming across from Roberto Blake's stream. So a big welcome to all the new subscribers out there. For all you first timers here on the stream, a big welcome. Let's go back to the chat. And a lot of comments by Rodney and Beanie there. I see a lot of blue. Yeah, it was freezing up in OBS and it seems to have done it again. So I might have to just keep switching scenes regularly. I think it's maybe it's a webcam issue or an OBS issue because it's freezing up on my OBS screen. So let's just go to that one. The ticker's moving, but I'm not. There we go. No, I'm not a mod for Roberto. I was just in there and I was just sort of making a few comments and I know that guy jumped in and said that he subbed to me. So I'm like, okay, cool. Thanks for subbing. Get a PC. Rodney says get a PC. Is that an anti-Mac comment? I think it must be just my webcam's playing up. The webcam software updated just before the stream, so I think it might be a bit flaky. I might need to. It might come good after a reboot of the Mac, just to shake things out with the software. But I don't know. We'll keep monitoring that. My processor, my computer's warm, but I'm not struggling. I haven't opened up a heap of tabs in Google Chrome, so. We'll see how that goes if we pull up a channel or two. Because I know last week when I pulled up a channel or two, it started lagging a bit when I was trying to draw on do some pointing out on the channels. It was flaking out a little bit. Let's say g'day to Foul Fish, who's just jumped in the chat there a couple of minutes ago, saying hi to everyone. Beanie says, if you're streaming from a MacBook, it might be overheating the processor. It's okay at the moment. I stream from this every week. This is my usual setup. The only difference is the last 2 weeks I've shut down Safari. I'm using Google just so I can use the on-screen drawing thing. And I'm just trying to keep my tabs to a minimum. My memory's at 83%, which is about right for a stream. Hey, it's Justin Brown. Welcome, Justin. All the way from up the road here at Sunshine Coast. Couple of Aussies in the house. He says, Doug is live. Hey. Crazy time to go live streaming on a Saturday morning in Australia. It's when everybody's out and about, going to the beach, going shopping, doing their Saturday morning thing, going to sports. But here am I live streaming. And Car Galaxy Studios is here. He's come over from. He was in Roberto's stream earlier. I saw he was there. He was there before the stream started over there today. So yes, yeah. Rap. I'll see you in Nick's next stream for sure. If he's streaming this later today, tonight, tomorrow morning, whatever time it is for you, I will be there. So I will see you there. Definitely. Okay, what have we got to talk about this week? Well, not too much. I'm just been pretty laid back today. Mandy NRG is in the house. Ready Set Bo is in the house. A few more people starting to drop in here. I recognise all the names from all the different streams that I've been moderating on lately. People coming in from everywhere. So whether you're part of Nick's community, Brian's, Roberto's, Andrew Can, Creative Fundamentals, all you guys coming in. My clock's 10 minutes slow. Oh, the battery's slowed down. You're right. I'm looking at my clock on the wall. It's 10:16 according to my computer, but yeah. Justin Brown picks up the little things in my set. My clock is slow. I can't believe I didn't pick that up. Actually, I can believe I didn't pick that up. Nothing new on my set this week. If anybody, I know usually we talk about, oh yeah, I've added this or I've added that. I haven't added anything in this week. But the only thing I've done is I was mucking around before the stream to add this little ticker here, which is from the stream. What's it called again? Stream. Was it Stream Tips? Yeah, Stream Tips. Just had to check. Stream Tips, which is like associated, sort of linked in with my Nightbot, which we'll be using later for something else. These are all the donations ever that are just scrolling there. I haven't had time to set up like a pop-up for new donations that might pop up on the screen. At the moment, they're not integrated with this one because I'm using Stream Tips rather than Stream Labs. Although I do have a Streamlabs one as well. I think in my description at the moment it's the Stream Tips one link. So that's down there for people who want to know. Let's go to the other ticker mode now because that has a bit of information there that people can read if they like to read what's on the screen. And a lot of people are paying attention to the screen today, as we saw Justin picked up the delay on the clock there. Let's get back into the chat. I'm off. I do as I do. I go off on a tangent and stop looking at the chat for a bit. Clock's 10 minutes slow. Yeah. Oh, we haven't got too far. Hey, g'day, Joni. Multiple solutions in the house. Yo, she says. Mandy NRG says, what's the topic of choice? It's a bit of a free-for-all today. We don't have a particular stream topic today, just a subscriber/viewer, Hangout/Q&A, and then we might even have a look at a channel or two a little bit later on. What we see here is Justin says, dude, that looks good. Yeah, I've been dialing that in. That's a $35 cube bookcase from Kmart. And what I did is I tacked a blue LED strip to the back to give it a glow, and then there's some more, let's see, behind that little black keyboard there, there's some more Kmart features. There's those little LED candles that you get in the 3-pack from Kmart, I think $10 or $15, $20, with a little remote. Just set that up with a very similar blue to the blue LED strip. So it just gives that sort of blue vibe, that sort of Brian G. Johnson sort of vibe coming from behind the bookshelf to break up the awful beige walls, which is basically the whole goal of the set, is to break up the beige walls, because the beige walls behind me don't look real good. I'm trying to work them out of my videos in the future. Yes, Rodney says Stream Deck. Oh yes, I'm using a Stream Deck. I'm not actually. I've sort of got, because I've got multiple pages on the Stream Deck. I seem to leave it sitting on the sound effect one now, and just change the scene just on the screen in OBS instead of pressing the buttons. Plus, I've added extra screens which I haven't programmed yet, so it's one of those funny old things. Yes, just seeing. I've just got my sound effects set up there on my Stream Deck at the moment. Although I can go out and do promotional stuff in chat, I believe. Like, let's do some promotion there. Did that work? Maybe I didn't press it properly. Oh no, it worked. There we go. I thought about it for a few seconds. There's a link to TubeBuddy. Anybody who hasn't heard of TubeBuddy, I'll be shocked. But that's a link to TubeBuddy I just popped in the chat. For those of you who are looking for some channel management features, including doing your keyword research and so forth, and A/B testing of thumbnails if you get the Legend account, all the bulk replacement features for videos if you need to update your descriptions or whatever. There's a whole bunch of stuff that TubeBuddy does, and if you want to check it out, there's a link there in the comments. But that's an example of what I can do with the Stream Deck. I can throw things in the chat. I can drop sound effects. I can change the scenes in OBS. A bunch of different things there. Back to my sound effects, 'cause I like to keep them up. Let's get back to the questions in the chat. Janie says, hello, I have questions, please. Well, feel free to whack those questions in the chat, and if I know the answer, I will answer. If I don't, then hopefully we can point you in the right direction. Okay, Mandy NRG says, so Doug, you are a wealth of knowledge. Okay, that's a lot of pressure. Really appreciate it, man. Any new suggestions on how to best target audiences? I have a background in marketing and branding, so focus on specifics. You sound like more of an expert in that area than I am. If you've got a background in marketing and branding, I've done like in my history, like apart from outside of YouTube, I haven't done too much marketing. Just real basic stuff like real old school, like mailers, like in the mail mailers. In my full-time job and different things, and a little bit of email, but not too much. A lot of that's handled by other people, so I don't usually delve into that too much. But yeah. So I don't know. I'm an expert on marketing and branding, and let me just scroll the chat back to that question. Target audiences. To be honest, on YouTube, I think nailing your titles and your tags and your description is a good place to start for promotion on YouTube. And then, of course, I think the best thing to do if you're talking about promotion outside of YouTube to bring people in is finding groups on platforms like Facebook and Reddit and stuff where they're favorable to you sharing your videos. And I think the best places for those are groups that are around your niche, because if you just go into like a general like YouTube helps group, what you'll find is everybody's wanting to share their videos, especially if you get in like a very spammy sharey video ones and they want share view for view and share for share mine and I'll share yours. And that gets real messy. But I think if you can find a group, like if you're a gamer and you get into Reddit, into the gaming threads, very specific to the games that you're playing and that, and you provide value in there and you earn their trust to a point where they're fine for you to share a link here and there, then that can be a good way to get views coming from outside of YouTube. The same thing in Facebook groups. So it's just... The trick is being part of the community rather than just dropping your links. And, my rule of thumb and my thing that I see that turns me off is if you just drop a link and run, I don't know who you are. It's like I see in Facebook groups all the time, it says new member, you can see on the name, it says they're a new member, and all they've done is just drop a link. And so there's a link, there's no discussion, there's no, hey, here's my latest video about this might be helpful to you, or can you give me help with my video? Do you have a look, see what you think about my video? There's no interaction in those groups. It's just dropping the link and running. You don't want to do that. You want to provide value first, and then you might be in a position where they will actually want to partake and go ahead and check your video out, maybe come and check out your channel, and then they're more likely to stay and subscribe if they know that you're already bringing value in those groups. If they just think you're dropping a link and running, then I reckon most people just don't touch those links at all. I reckon you get very little clicks when people drop links and run. I think I've gone off on a tangent on that one. Mandy's got a second part to a question that I missed. I'm trying to network and grow within the beauty community here on YouTube, but I'm always wanting other perspectives. Yeah, I think that's great, because obviously there's value in the niche that you're in to get feedback within the niche from people who are doing similar things to you. But then there's other things that are happening around YouTube and even on other platforms where you can learn from other people who may be in a completely different niche but are doing the same thing you're doing but around a different topic. So yeah, definitely you want to... I think the best way to learn to pick up those tips is to hang out in those sorts of communities we're talking about, Facebook and Reddit and different things like that. So it's not just about promoting, it's about being a part of a community. And then out of that, a byproduct of being part of a community is promotion and is growing and is getting people who actually want to get behind you and support you. Justin Brown said probably 5-10 minutes ago, got to run. All the best. Just if you're still watching, thank you for popping by. Okay. And now I'm playing that chat scroll game because I've dropped everything here. Rodney says, Rodney's talking to Car. No problem. Pam says, TubeBuddy is great. Don't use it as much as I should. I think that's the case for a lot of us. I don't use TubeBuddy as much as I should. I tend to use it when I'm on YouTube with all the overlays and stuff. If there's stuff in there that I can do, I might do that. For my keyword research, I actually have sort of moved more over to Morning Fame, which I've just dropped the link in the comments as well. It's also in the description, of course. So I actually go with the Morning Fame keyword research tool when I'm doing my planning for my videos now, and I do all that before I even record anything. I have the title done, the main part of the description done, and the tags done before I record my videos. So that's a tip for everyone. If you can work that in your workflow, you'll probably find some benefits there. And make sure that you work that keyword into your videos. Speak it out. And that's another thing I'm going to talk about shortly, but I'm going to get caught up on the chat first. A lot of back and forth there talking about CTRs between Rodney and Pam and Car Galaxy Studios. Michael Furberger's in the house. Welcome. He says, I'm lacking in recommendations by YouTube. Lacking in recommendations. So that's, you're not finding yourself getting suggested as much as you think you should. Watch time. I think, yeah, making sure you've nailed those that metadata, the tags and the title and stuff. So for the ranking and the search side of things, and then working on getting more people watching your videos, build up that watch time. And you get that watch time, you get that channel authority, you get the authority that watch time on the video. YouTube says, oh, something's happening with this video. I'm going to suggest it to more people who are sort of hovering around this niche or around this subject or like watching videos like this. So that's, might put that in there. Talking about losing track of what this CTR discussion is. It's all getting beyond me. I'll get caught up. Mandy and our GC, yeah, that gets old. Seen it. I'm not sure what that's about. Okay. There's a whole discussion going on in there, and I circulate all around learning more and more. That's exactly it. I think that's the key. That's essentially. Can I tell you a secret? I hardly share my videos at all. At first, I went and go to like video sharing sites like Sherry and YouTube Talk, and they'll have like either rules or limitations or whatever. I dropped links in there. When Sherry first started, it was fresh. People would actually click and watch your videos and even leave comments and stuff. And after a while, it got inundated. It was just everybody. Only people who use it are people who want to get more views on their videos. But then there's nobody who comes to watch those videos. So that's the downside of sites like Sherry. I think this is just my opinion. Your opinion might differ on this. Is in the end, it attracts the people who want to promote their videos, but those people who want to promote their videos probably don't have the time of day to go watch other people's videos on the same site. And so after a while, it sort of, those views sort of taper off. So I don't touch that sort of stuff now. I share my videos on my own social media, my Twitter. I'll put it on my Facebook page, which I don't have a lot of followers on, which is fine because I'm not there to promote my Facebook page, but it's there. I'll put it out there for anybody who might see it. And if it comes up in discussion, I might share the link if it's relevant, if it's information that might help somebody. But I do very little promotion. It's starting to build just because of being in community. and being in this whole YouTube helps community around people like Nick Nimmin and Brian G. Johnson and Creative Fundamentals and Andrew Can and all the ones that I now mod for, and even the others. Just participating in community is what's growing my channel at the moment. And that's my focus. And then I'm working in the background. Because my main goal, I'm only just over 300 subs. My goal is to try and make my videos better, is improve my videos. I'm not diving into analytics yet. I'm not really diving into... I'm definitely making sure that I do my keyword research and everything, but I'm not diving into the analytics stuff yet. I'm dialing in my presentation, dialing in my audio, lighting. I don't have a DSLR. I'm using obviously using a webcam because it's a live stream. I film on either a Sony Handycam or my iPhone. That's what I'm filming on. So I don't have a fancy camera yet. That's on my list for later. And that's my direction, and that's my focus, and it's working. It's working for me, and I'm growing. And my first goal is well in reach of that 1,000 subscribers. Pam says community is great. Oh, I'm losing everything here. Here we go. Pam says community is great. I get to watch so many different people because we are friends that I would never have seen before. Well, that's exactly right. If it wasn't for community, I wouldn't know great channels like Beanie Drawers, for example, because I don't watch animation channels and drawing channels much, because that's not really what I'm focusing on. But hey, now I'm a subscriber of Beanie Drawers. He's a friend, and he's got some really good videos, so it's a win-win. Celine is in the house. Celine Plays. Hi from New Zealand. Welcome. Foulfish asks, how you liking the new thumbnail impression feature that YouTube gave us? I know there's a lot of talk in the chat there about that. You know what? I only pulled it up the first time on my channel last night, very briefly, and had a look at the analytics on that. So let me have a look. Let's see what we can do here. Might pull it up now. Because the first thing I did, I went to pull up YouTube Creator Beta, and I was in Safari, and it says, oh, this doesn't work with Safari. I'm like, oh, thanks. And then so I went over to Chrome, of course, and then I jumped in and had a look. Let me see if I can pull it up. I just got to get in there first. I'll just go through the chat. Costume CO is in the house. G'day, welcome. Yeah, Michael Furberg is saying, doesn't recommend me. I used to do tags, but they don't seem... You used to do tags. Did you stop doing tags? You should always do tags on your videos. Keyword phrases. Like, I hardly ever... There's maybe one or two single words, which are usually my channel name and so forth. I always use Doug Hewson YouTube, and I shorten that to DHYT. Bit like a hashtag, so I do those, along with all the relevant tags for the video based around the keyword phrase I want to rank for. You've got to keep doing that. If you stop doing that, then that's actually doing you a disservice. But the other side of that is you need to get watch time on those videos. So that's where it comes to making sure you share, and you get the views, make sure people are aware that you've posted your video, making sure your subscribers... You tell your subscribers to make sure they check the bell so they get notified, because at least then your subscribers can come watch your videos. So yeah, there's a bunch of things you can do to nail those, to dial that in, and it takes time. It's not also a matter of you do it once and it's going to work straight away and you'll see a difference. You need to be consistent. Rodney says, "Welcome to the stream. Share it out. Hit that like button." Definitely. Costume CS says, nice ticker. And we've got the double ticker going there. We've got the clicking on YouTube Studio Beta. Let's get in there. Yeah, we've got the regular ticker that we've got there, and then we've also got the Stream Tips ticker, which is just a summary of all. That's the top financial supporters through stream tips from previous streams. That's all that is. I'm still trying to dial that in and work on all the different options I can display from the stream tips app. I only installed it about half an hour before the stream, so that's still working on that one. Car Galaxy Studio said he got disconnected, but he's back. The old YouTube disconnecting live streams. I was doing that the other day on Creator Fundamental stream. I did that to me once during his 2.5 hour stream, I think it was. And yeah, Leadership with Mike's in the house. Welcome, welcome. I'm a subscriber of Leadership with Mike. He's got some great leadership videos on his channel. He's a very new channel, so go and support Leadership with Mike. Just some real solid leadership, informational, strategy type videos. I have to catch up on the last couple. I haven't got to them yet, but they're good. They're good. Oh, good idea. Oh, I totally forgot to do that before the stream. I just got focused on my setup. Thank you, Car, for sharing on the Discord. And I think I'm getting caught up with the chat here. Yep, we're all caught up with the chat. Now, what was I going to talk about? I was going to talk about... Okay, we're going to go look at that Creator Studio. Let's go to that view. All right. This is in the Creator Beta, so there's my videos. Now, I believe it's on Analytics and Discovery at the top here. Yeah, this is the impressions and click-through data. This is what I got at the moment. I haven't had a close look at it yet. 53.2% of the impressions are from YouTube recommending my content. Not sure if that's good or not. Feel free to chime in if you have any insights on this, because I haven't watched too many videos on this yet. I have watched a couple. My click-through rate's 4.5%. So, it's not too bad. I know people had higher, I know people had lower. I think YouTube gets quite a good amount of clicks. 2.5k views off those 32,000k expressions, which would give me the 4.5%. Oh, average view duration is low, but I'm wondering if that's because of my live streams, long live streams. Possibly people coming in and out. I don't know, because that's really low. But that's over all my videos, on my channel, I guess. Or is that last 28 days? No, that's last 28 days. Gee, 15% average view duration. That's a little bit low. But I expected that's a big part of that's because of all the live streams I've been doing in the last 28 days. I think this is probably the third one in 28 days. I know we did last week, and I think we did the week before. Then there was a few weeks where there was a couple of weeks between, so I'm really not sure. So yeah, so that's the new YouTube Creator Studio. Now I only first jumped into a Studio Beta last night for the first time. So yeah, if there's any thoughts on that, don't ask me any questions about it because it's all new to me as well. But everyone can get in there and everyone can look at this on their own channels. So so don't forget to go check that out. If you go into your Creator Studio and then go down the bottom, there's a green button that says the Creator Studio Beta, and then you can check that out. Yeah, I just looked over here and just saw March 16 to April 12, last 28 days. Wonder if it changes if I go lifetime. It does. Oh no, it's giving me the same. I know that the data available over here is the same here. It says, let me get my pen for a second. Over here, it still has that 28-day date range, even though I changed it, sort of, looking at the wrong screen. I changed it here to lifetime, but the impressions part didn't change. So obviously that's for a different part. That changes just the overall view. But the discovery page is only showing you last 27 days. Because it won't show the 12th because it's still the 12th in some parts of the world, so it's showing 27 days right there. Beanie says 15% average view duration is similar to his, so I'm doing fine. Yeah, because I'm thinking about like more audience retention than average view duration. So, 15% is a bit low if you're talking about audience retention. But it's a slightly different thing. So, yeah. Anyway, let me get off this screen because otherwise I'm just going to be close. Whoop. Got to change scenes before I go click away. What have I missed in the chat? Roberto says 4.6 is fine for click-through rate. Yeah, the click-through rates are going to be very low because if you think about it, the amount of thumbs that are getting showed to people, and you might have like 10, 15 thumbnails on your screen, but you can only click on one at a time. Then you're going to go watch that video. Then you might come back to that screen and you see it again. So that's another impression. And then they go watch another video, come back to that screen. That's another impression. Then they finally get to your video and click on it. So there's a lot of impressions happening along the way there. Costume CEO says BYB. Is that abbreviated for something? I'm not sure. Bring your books. Be your best? I have no idea. Yeah, per video. So if we dial in, I've gone off that screen now, but yeah, you can dial it in and drop that. And that's pretty cool. Car Galaxy says it also might have been that smaller channels results are being skewed more. Yeah, if you don't have enough data, like if you're a new channel, you don't have a lot of data, then yeah, I think you got to have it's like with anything with statistics, you got to have enough. There's a word for it, like a base or a certain amount of data come back to make the statistics actually be accurate or reasonable. Because if you say you sample someone for a survey, you only sample 100 people, but then you sample 10,000 people, then if those 100 people have all sampled from a similar demographic, then that might be skewed towards that particular demographic. Whereas the 100,000 people that you survey might be from a broader group of the community, so it's more overall indicative of the wider community. So when they do like politics polls, like little news polls or polls on who would be the best, who's doing the better job as this, or who's, when there's an election, like who's going to win, and they sample 1,000 people out of however many million of people are going to be voting, that's nothing, and that can be skewed because you might be in a social economic area that's skewed towards that particular political party. But anyway, let's not talk politics. Yeah, same thing. We'll talk about skewed. Yeah, Beanie says he's got 10% retention, and he's grown to 15,000 subscribers, so it's not the end of the world. Yeah, well, that's right. You don't want to get panicked or overwhelmed by what your analytics tell you. That's why I don't focus a lot on analytics at the moment. I want to focus on my presentation, focus on my video making, get that better, improve my editing, improve my camera work, improve my audio, improve my lighting. Beanie says, come on, Doug, BRB is as old as the internet, man. Hey, I know what BRB is. I've got a BRB. So, yeah. Rap says they're back. Yeah, it could have been BRB. It could be a it could have been, but Costume CO may have stepped away because I haven't seen any comments since. So maybe when she comes back, we might find out. Leadership Mike says, how long did it take me to get to 300 subs? I started this channel a year ago, because last week live stream, it was brought up to my attention by one of the viewers that it was my channel's anniversary. So I started this channel 1 year ago, a week ago. So it's 1 year and 1 week. And so, yeah. You know, some people like Dan at Creative Fundamentals can blow it out of the water with, they got a video that just took off, and they've gone from 700-800 subscribers to, I think he's up he's up getting towards that 10,000. He's not far off 10,000 now. So you know, things like that can happen, but that's obviously not always the norm. That's extraordinary. He started that channel a bit further on in 2017 than what I did. I started in April. I think he started later in the year, a few months after that. So, you know, your mileage will vary how quickly the channel can grow. It's just finding your legs, I think. In the first year, this is how I feel about it anyway. In my first year, like I've got another channel. It's a Dashcam channel. That's older again. That started probably in 2016 sometime. And it's just only hit 300 subscribers as well. But that one was ticking along, and it gets a lot more views in this channel. But the subscribers aren't coming along as quickly. But it was ahead of me on subscribers. I've just overtaken that other channel. So it leapfrogged that channel with subscribers just only in the last couple of days. So, yeah, you get little spurts, and then you'll get a rush. I found my channel stalled around the 30 sub mark, and then sort of crawled along to about 40, then it jumped up to about 50, 60, 70, 80, and then when I got to about the 80 mark, it stalled again, and then we finally pushed through into the 90s and then over 100, and there was a couple of times where it did that on the channel. Even I think again when I hit about 130, 140, it sort of slowed down a little bit, and then it sort of started chugging along again. But I think particularly since I've gone over about 150, it's chugged along a little bit quicker. Once I hit 200, even more. So I think as you go, those subs come in a lot faster. Well, that's a lot. My experience on both those channels is similar. So I think that could be typical for a lot of people. So that's my long-winded answer. Beanie says, haha, I see what you did there, which is probably in reference to something I said 5 minutes ago, and I'm just getting to it in the chat now. Pam says, happy channelversary. Yeah, for last week. I can't remember. Somebody, I didn't even know. Somebody picked up, they must have looked at my About page and saw the date on my About page was April, whatever day, I think it was April 6th, and said, hey, it's your channel's anniversary. I'm like, what? Really? So, you know, these things happen. And they can be a surprise. You don't even keep a track. You sort of forget about that. Leadership with Mike's at 50 subs within a month and a half. That's pretty good going after a month and a half, 50 subs. I think even when I subscribed, you had even a lot less than that. So you've picked those up quite quickly. So I think you're tracking quite well. And your content, your thumbnails are already looking really good. And your videos are presented really well. So, you know, there's nothing that suggests to me that, you know, it's not going to continue to grow. That's my quick opinion. Carr says, that could be why Roberto's lower competition on his topics titles are. Yeah, we're talking about Roberto's and the click-through rates. Yeah. Sure. Cargo says, congrats on 2,500 in a year, though. That was Pam. Yeah, I missed that one. Pam took 2 years to get to 250. 7 years to get to 250, and then 1 year to get another 2,500. That's, yeah. Once you find your stride, and you start to dial things in, things start to snowball. So that's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting the snowball effect, so that 1,000 will come up quite quickly, because I've hit 300. I think the next 400 is going to be quicker, 500 is quicker, and next thing you know, I'm going to be at that 1,000. I don't know what I'll do once I get to the 1,000. We'll definitely do something special on a stream, that's for sure. Rodney says Car Galaxy Studios and getting suggested more will lower CTR due to better competition in suggested videos. Interesting. Yeah, interesting thoughts. Interesting thoughts. All right. Now, what was that other thing I was going to talk about? I had something in mind. Maybe I talked about it. Maybe it was my 300. Was it my 300 I had to talk about? I think that was. Oh, dear. I think it's one of those days. It's the forecast was supposed to be for a fine and sunny weekend for Saturday, Sunday, maybe into Monday a bit. And I woke up this morning and it's just cloudy and overcast. It's a little bit grey, but no rain so far. So that's the weather forecast for today here in Brisbane. Okay, I was just pulling this up. I did this last week. I'm going to try and dial this in and get this sort of popping and happening a lot sleekly and a lot more quickly. And I'm going to get this up. Bear with me. Yeah, all right. It's one of those days. Beanie says it's raining. Beanie's down in Melbourne, so he's probably a couple of 1,000 kilometres away from me, and it's raining, and it doesn't surprise me. It's Melbourne, and it's coming into autumn. Or fall, as some people call it. And but us guys here in Australia, we can't complain about the weather too much when we don't get the real cold stuff like Canada, the USA, Europe, all those parts of the world. They get, you get your cold weather. But at least you guys are coming out of winter and into spring, so hopefully it warms up for you guys. I feel like I'm doing the weather. Oh, gee. Anyway, let's jump over and do the segment we like to call What's in My Sub Box? All right, just going to go through real quick today. Look at the most recent videos in my sub box, and if it's something that's of interest to you, you can jump on over and check them out yourself if you haven't checked them out before. Let me make sure I write on the right screen. First of all, we see Gord Eisman's got a live stream with Andrew Can talking about TubeBuddy and getting started with TubeBuddy on the 15th. I think that's on Sunday sometime. Sunday US time. I'm not sure if that time zone there is my time zone or Pacific time. I'm really not sure. But yeah, I heard Andrew talking about that. That's going to be Sunday. He's going to be a special guest on Gord's live stream. I got a live stream here from this morning, DSLR video shooter. Caleb over there does some great things on shooting video on DSLRs. Mike Russell, the god of audio, I call him, has a new video. Oh, it's a podcast, I believe. See, he went Pod Summit. He's doing a bit of promotion for Pod Summit. Mike Russell is all things Adobe Audition and dialing in your audio to be sounding fantastic, which is one of the reasons why my audio on my live stream is sounding sweet, because I followed his OBS tutorial. Quick shout out to Fantastic Joe, who's just popped in to the chat. Welcome. Brian G. Johnson's Friday the 13th live stream. I was part of that this morning, modding over there. A nice short 1 hour stream there. If you guys haven't caught up with it, you can catch up with that later. If you're into anything Apple, then a good guy for that is Telosive Tech. And he's talking about the iPhone 8 Plus product Red Edition unboxing. We've got one of my subscribers here, Savage Scientist, who does different videos, a lot about Uber and driving and different things. And I'm not sure what this one's about. Operation Stone Pillow. Okay. Interesting. He does a lot of his stuff live streaming from the car or pre-record on his phone in the car. So, there. And, oh, look at this. Rodney is in the house. Rodney, one of the mods here. his latest video that dropped earlier today. YouTube click-through rates and thumbnail impressions. So as we were talking about in the stream before, if you want more information on that, go watch Rodney's video. That's on my playlist. I'll be getting back to that one later myself. And then we've got one from TubeBuddy, the TubeBuddy podcast featuring Dusty Porter. Dusty is a great YouTube help expert. He has a great podcast. Beanie was a guest on his podcast a month or two back. So if you haven't subscribed to Dusty's podcast on iTunes or Google Play or wherever you get your podcasts from, then here's a very good informational thing. He does a lot of interviews with YouTubers and creators. So you get a lot of practical stuff from people who just like you. So I like that a lot. And we won't go too much further because then we're getting back into it. Oh, another one of my subscribers here who's in the chat right now, I believe, Leadership with Mike. He's put up his channel trailer, Welcome to Leadership with Mike. I haven't checked that one out yet myself yet. That popped in my inbox last night before I went to bed, so I haven't had a chance to check that one out yet. So there's Leadership with Mike shouting out another person who's in the community here right now. And before I go any further, probably won't get too far down. We'll go down one more line, I believe. Another person from the broader community, British Cook, has done a tutorial on roast potatoes. He's a cooking channel who does live streams once a week from his kitchen on his phone, cooking things. Hopefully at some point we can help him. Level up is what I'm looking for. I just went blank. Level up his stream with some more camera angles, maybe some more production value. At the moment, he's just live streaming from his kitchen on his phone. But this is one of his pre-recorded videos and practical recipe on traditional roast potatoes. So if you like British cooking, then British Cook's your guy. And I won't go down too further. Car Galaxy Studio says no KGS. Oh, you're down here somewhere. I think I might have to go down a couple of days to find your last video. I did see it somewhere. Let's have a look. I'll scroll down real quick. If I can find it, I will shout it out. Here it is. Car Galaxy Studios. It was yesterday, according to this. How to replace a failed canister filter with. And it's time to replace your canister. So that's a very specific topic there. I haven't checked that one out yet myself. I'm not, what sort of canister is that, Car? Enlighten us and draw us to your video. So yeah, that's that one with Car Galaxy Studios. I'm going to go back up to the more recent ones because I don't like this segment to drag on too long. But we'll just finish it off here, back up to where we were. Getting some action. There's another Mike Russell. He drops one nearly every day. There's Herman at Eyesight Build. He does YouTube help stuff. A lot of his videos. I see stream actually. I was going to say it's 55 minutes. He does streams. He does how to and help videos on YouTube and marketing and growing your channel on autopilot, as he likes to say. And don't forget, Morning Fame have a live stream coming up on the live algorithm. I can't even pronounce it. YouTube algorithm reveal, detailed look under the blank. That's coming up on the 14th at 10 a.m. I don't know what time zone that is again, but that's, I think, tomorrow. I think that's tomorrow. I think that's like early tomorrow morning. It might be like towards the end or after Nick Nimmon's stream possibly. But you might be able to check that out. And that's all my red markings on videos. And that was what's in my sub box. Tidy that up. All right, have I missed anything from the chat? Your real estate whisperer is in the house. I need to get caught up on the stream, on the chat here again. I think I missed a few. Galaxy Studio says he missed Brian's stream. Actually, he started about half an hour before my alarm was due, but I happened to wake up and look at my my iPad and saw that he was scheduled for. I think I woke up about 15 minutes before it started, so I jumped out of bed real quick and fired up my computer. So yeah, I've been missing them lately too with the time change and stuff, and he's a bit random with the start time. Sometimes he'll keep it short, like an hour, like he did today. Sometimes he'll go an hour and a half, 2 hours. And if you're lucky, you might get a channel review stream. But if he did them every week, I think he'd roll over and go, ah. Oh. Here we go. Rodney B. Hunt donated via Streamlabs. So he's got the Streamlabs version 1 up here. And it looks like an amount that I need to go look in the little thing because it's real small. It says $12.88 Australian. That would have been a slightly different amount in US dollars. Let's go have a look at that and we'll call that out. Where's my Streamlabs dashboard right now? Yeah, it shows it to me in Australian dollars, doesn't it? Going to my donations, that would be better. Because it's through PayPal, it shows it to me in my currency. So a big shout out to Rodney for dropping that $12.88 Australian. I'm guessing that was about 15 US. No, hang on, no, I'm going the wrong way. It'd be about 10 US. Yeah, trying to do the math in my head. Oh dear. So yeah, I got two avenues and they're both PayPal related, and it's the Streamlabs and the Stream Tips. Either both are still in my description, or Rodney had that link from another time. Get caught up with the chat now. We said hi to your real estate whisperer. Foulfish says no foulfish either, LOL. You weren't in my sub feed, Foulfish. I'll have to check to see why that was the case. Beanie says no Beanie draws either. Well, Beanie, you got to upload videos to be in that sub feed, and that was only like in the last probably 12 to 24 hours. If I had to go down through the last week, we'd be here for about an hour. Car says it was an aquarium filter that video's about. So that's right, because Car's got a bit of an aquarium thing. So you're in with the aquarium channels. You got your cinematic videos. I really love the stuff from Niagara Falls from earlier this year, with the frozen over falls and stuff. That was pretty cool. So you got a bunch of content. Rodney says 1 p.m. EST. That was probably for one of the streams that I couldn't figure out what the time zone was going to be. Sounds like the tune from Banjo-Kazooie. Was that the Victory Trumpets? I've heard gamer streamers use that, so I just got that from a sound effects site. So a big tick to you, Beanie, for picking that up. Costume CEO said they also missed Brian G's stream today. Oh, it's all going around today, missing streams, but you're in my streams. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool indeed. Everyone's saying hi. Rodney says, yeah, it was 10 USD. Yeah, sometimes I convert it the wrong direction. I deal with some foreign currencies in my job, so I sometimes guess roughly what the amounts are, when it's particularly US dollars, because it's very common, back to Australian dollars. But yeah, sometimes you just go, if you go the wrong direction, you round it up instead of rounding it down. Car Galaxy Studio says done. That means the exchange rate went down. Australian dollars is close to ours. Yeah, Australian dollars quite often are hovering around the same as Canadian dollars, and it's one of those things. Maybe I should start a finance channel. Definitely not cryptocurrency because it's over my head anyway. Yeah, America is 1.3 times. Yeah. It's the exchange rate is usually around the 1 point. I think last time I looked, it was about 1.20, 1.28, but that might have been a couple of weeks ago. Top link in the description. I keep removing that before streams, and it keeps popping back in. So I'd have to have a look at that. That's a little bit odd that keeps doing. I changed it before the stream today because I noticed it had somehow pasted itself in right at the top of the description before my "Hey, this is what the stream's about" blurb. And I'm like, that shouldn't be there. It should be down further. Actually, that's the Streamlabs one. I'm going with stream tips at the moment, so I'll just take that out, and it's put itself back in. I think YouTube's trying to tell me use Streamlabs. But hey, you get a better shout out up here. You get the on-screen shout out here. But this is the historical stream tips one. I'm still working out how to bring a pop-up on the screen for the stream tips. That's on my to-do list. And if you do the stream tips one, Nightbot will announce it in the chat. That's the other thing that happens. And that's my next video that I'm working on is alternatives to Super Chat for channels that are under 1,000 or not yet got the YouTube Partner Program. I'm working on, that's why I've got a couple of them going on because I'm trialing them out. On live stream tipping and donation alternatives. If you don't have Super Chat, what can you do? Well, this is what you can do. So that's my video that I'm working on next. I seem to be on a bit of a live stream topic series because I did one on Super Chat, then I did the 2-part moderation one. Oh dear, my throat. And so, yeah, so these are becoming a series playlist indeed. I'll be adding that to the series playlist on YouTube live streaming. We'll fill that out a bit with that topic before we move on to something else. And, there's a bunch of directions we can go with topics for videos, I'm sure. I need to brainstorm a few, but I've got a few listed out in my Trello. So, Beanie says he's got to upload on Friday night, Saturday morning to feature in a Doug stream, it seems. Note to self. Indeed. Cargo Studio says, Doug, how do you do the social pop-ins on the screen just in Photoshop with opacity down? I take it you're talking about this backwards pointing. This one here? Oh, socials. These ones. Yes. That's got the opacity. That's got like a gradient opacity, so it's like darker there. So you can't really see through that, but along this side, it's got like a gradient opacity on it. I did it in GIMP because I don't have Photoshop. Oh, it's disappeared. Yeah, I just did that, did the background part, and then I put the logo and thing on top. So, yeah, Photoshop basically. And using the feature in OBS to do a slideshow. That's why they shoot in, slide in, and then there's a gap, and then the next one. So I have a blank one, and I have a social. So I've got the Twitter, I've got the Facebook, I've got the Instagram. And between each one, there's a blank page, so they alternate. It's basically how Nick Nemman does his. I got the idea from Nick Nemman. Just put my own flavour on it with my colours and with the little gradient. It's just a simple gradient. So that is what I have done for those. So yeah, good question. Good question. Costume CS says, out with the family today. Hope you have a great day out with your family. Beanie says, was the Streamlabs donation thing hard to set up? Probably should watch the video to find out myself. Yeah, I haven't decided what I'm actually going to put in the video yet because I'm in the research stage. I'm starting to write. I've just started the tags and titles and description. Then I've got to work on the content itself, which means I've got to jump into each one and give them all a going over and talk through it on screen. So there'll be like a semi-tutorial. I don't want to go in depth on any particular one because it's more of an overview to say, here's Streamlabs, here's Stream Tips, here's this service, here's that service. What's the pros and cons? You know, this one takes PayPal, this one takes credit card, this one does this one does that. Because we know with Super Chat, you have to have a credit card. And you can't do PayPal with Super Chat. So this is an alternative for people who even don't have a credit card and want to do PayPal. you want to have a secondary way of adding a tip or donation thing to your live streams, and you do have super chat, you can also add this in your description so people can give by that method of PayPal rather than by credit card, which super chat sort of limits you to. And remember, YouTube get 30%, whereas these guys basically don't get anything. You get everything bar any of the PayPal processing. So it's more of a win for creators, I think. There's less people withholding money in some of these other methods and even super chat. So yeah, I'm blowing all the information on my video before I record it. Let's keep going to the chat I just talked about. Your real estate, which says is Streamlabs an app. It's actually a service. It's a website. And just trying to scroll. Oh, I'm losing track of where I was. Oh, here it is. Is Streamlabs an app? Oh, I'm way back in the chat. Is Streamlabs an app? It does have there is an app interface that you can load on your computer whilst you're running your live stream that you can sort of use. It's like a little window. It's like a dashboard sort of thing. But you can just do it off the website. Like I've got the website open here. So you go into the website, you link it to your YouTube account. And basically the primary thing it does is help with all these types of overlays. Like this is what's called the event list. They have alert boxes, which like if somebody does an action like subscribes or does a super chat or super chat, and there's a few other actions, and it pop up on the screen. You get a little animation, and it disappears. Might play a sound as well, that sort of stuff. They have something called a donation ticker, which is a little bit more like what I've got going on here, which is a donation ticker. You do those. There's a thing you can throw up how many viewers you've got on your stream up in the corner if you want to. There's even a credit roll. You can have like a credit roll, and at the end of the stream, it'll actually roll through and give like a quick shout out to people who've like super chatted or subscribed or whatever, and I'll roll that through. I have looked at it, but I haven't given it a good crack yet. I did have it set up on my other setup at some point just to test it, but I hadn't really had any. That was like in the test phase. So this, Streamlabs that, and then it has the functionality to actually receive those tips or donations on your behalf. Let me show you that part real quick. Let's jump over. Let's have a look at that. We'll talk about this because this is topical and this is helpful. I like to talk about helping people out with live streams because this is all about helping with tech wherever possible. So what I'm on here now, this is the Streamlabs page. I'm on the donation page currently, which shows me the donations that come in. There was a message with Rodney's, which I forgot to read out. It says, congrats on the 300. So, which didn't come up in the event viewer, but if you had a pop-up alert, you can enable it to also show the message that goes with the chat. So it's a bit like a super chat. You can put a message with the chat. The main dashboard looks like this, but basically, which is a bit of a summary of subscribers and donations that come in and stuff like that. You can go into the donation settings here and set up. You can see I've got set up with PayPal. So this is where you set up your payment method, PayPal, credit card and stuff, which I'm going to go into in that video, and then set up what your currency is, what your minimum donation is, maximum message length, so you can sort of limit how long people can put, how much people can put in. It gives you a link to your page, and you can also customize your page by uploading like a banner or something, and then make it look so it matches sort of like your theme or your colors for your channel or whatever. I want to see if I can get to the donation page. It's over on this page. Let me pull this up real quick. So when people click on the link to donate, then they come to this page here. When it opens, you can see I've picked the sort of bluish theme, and I've got it pulls in your actual banner from your YouTube page, because that's my current banner. I updated my banner the other day with my live stream times, and basically you just can go in and basically, I've chosen to call it a tip rather than a donation, but you can like call it whatever you want. You can call it like a bounty or whatever you want to call it, to sort of customize it to the theme of your live stream or your channel or whatever you're doing. So you can put in nicknames. So that's where you can put in like, Rodney or whatever, and then you put the amount in over here. It's very hard to read on the white on white, but and then you can put a message, and then you can click tip, and then we'll take you to your PayPal page, and you do the usual PayPal stuff that you do. But anyway, that's that. So the things, when you get to the widgets, which is the stuff that comes up on the streams, let me get rid of this. Yeah, you got things like the event list, which I've got on the top I got on all the view screens there. This is just all the setup where you configure everything, like the colors and stuff. So it's less of a bot and more of a administering the overlays for your live stream. So that's pretty much what that is. Let's go back to the camera view. Where was I? That question was there. Beanie says, Dollar Dude will find you and get to your kneecaps if you go into finance. Oh, I'm not going to go into finance. I'm not going to start a finance channel. Costume CEO says, please like Doug. He's an awfully lovely guy. Well, that's nice of you to say. Rodney's going to be right back, and he's probably back already. That's how far back in the chat I am. K-Galaxy Studios is looking forward to that one. I think he's talking about that video. Foulfish says, have you got a video on Nightbot? Not yet. In my last video where I talked about moderation, because Nightbot's a chatbot moderator, I actually said in the video, if anybody wants me to do a video on Nightbot, let me know in the comments. So we'll see how that goes, see if we get some requests for that, and we might do that down the track, a Nightbot video. Beanie says, Doug is 2 to 3 minutes behind in the chat, and then when I go off on a tangent and look at Streamlabs and stuff, the chat gets even further behind. Well, I get further behind. Your Real Estate Whisperer is asking, what do you feel about chatbots for YouTube live streams? Now, that's a great question. When I think in the first live stream I did, I think Beanie was there, maybe some of the other guys were there. I had Nightbot set up to do some of the moderation things, and it started timing people out like at random, because maybe I needed to like adjust the sensitivity on some of the settings, like excessive emojis or all caps or repeated comments over and over. People spam the same thing over and over. Stuff like that. But it was only given out like 5-second timeouts, which is really not anything, really. But it was being a little flaky, so I turned all those off. I've got 3 great moderators, so I don't need that. And I even talked about this in my video earlier this week on moderation part 2 on tips and techniques. We talked about the Nightbot and auto moderation. I said that there's a warning in the video saying you've got to be careful, because the Nightbot can take over the chat. And then the other tip for if you are going to use Nightbot is to turn off thing where it announces what it's doing, because then it just fills up the chat with its own announcements. It becomes like spam in itself. So I had those turned off from the get-go, but it was doing some timeouts and weird things where it probably didn't need to. Human moderators are far better 99.9% of the time. Red Rocket Resells is in. Red Rocket Resells says, I promise I'm going to go live tonight, talking to Beanie, and says she's super scared. You know what? The first time I live streamed, I was like nervous, definitely nervous. And then I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying coming on here every week now, and it's fun. I get to hang out with you guys. Let me get caught up in the chat if I can. Car Galaxy says the main thing to put about would be configure Streamlabs, but then use OBS on its own. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Streamlabs is a whole in-depth tutorial doing overlays, because that's like there's OBS side, which is the overlays and stuff, and then there's Streamlabs, and you got to get them to match up, and copying a link from the Streamlabs and posting it in your OBS so it pulls it up. It's all fun, and that's a whole another video that might be on my list one day. You know what? I think I've lost my spot in the chat again. Pam's good night. Pam says night all. Good to be being good, hanging out. Have a good one, Pam. If you're still here and hearing me, everyone's saying goodbye to Pam. I'm so far behind. I am far behind. I'm just going back up to find where my spot was. Oh, that's where I was. Red Rock Resale says she just tweeted out the stream. Wonderful. Thank you very much. I always appreciate the shares. Costume CEO says, I'm doing my first live stream tomorrow night, Red Rock Resales. A couple of first timers, that's good. I still consider myself a bit of a noob at live streaming, even though I've been doing it since February. I haven't done that many. I'm trying to nail it in once a week now, whereas it'd be a week and then I'd skip a week and then maybe skip 2 weeks. But you know, sometimes life happens. You got other things on. Pam's yawning, and it's not because she's bored. It's because it's 2 a.m. where she is, which is why she's leaving. Let me see if I can scroll down the chat a little bit further. Beanie says he likes tip jar. Indeed, I agree. Red Rocket Recess says he's going to try and show up Costume CO. Bit of rivalry there. Rodney's back. Costume CO. I think I know what that's all about. About 9 or 10 p.m.-ish Mountain Time. I have to do my time conversions again. But yeah, what is it now? I started, so it's 9 something p.m. Eastern. It's 11, nearly 11:30 a.m. here. I don't know the time difference to Mountain Time. It's probably like 2-3 hour difference from East Coast. Your real estate risk is saying so that's 2 requests for a Nightbot tutorial. I'll dive myself into Nightbot some in depth so I know I know all the ins and outs, and we'll do a video. I'll put that on my list, and I'll let people know when it's getting close in the stream and around about the place. That's for sure. Oh yes, Car Galaxy Studios says don't forget to mention that my upload issues with YouTube are now fixed. Yeah, I don't know the full story behind that, Cargy. You can share that if you want. But yeah, I noticed that you in some of the Facebook posts and stuff, you were having some real trouble uploading for quite a number of, was it for days or weeks possibly? And it must be very localized, maybe to you or your area or to a subset of channels, because obviously there's the rest of us here that are uploading without any issue. So it's interesting that you had that issue. And I think you mentioned other people had that issue as well. Red Rocket Resale says, love how you moderate videos. Cool. And I'm not scrolling, I'm dragging the window down. Costume CS says, okay, I'll stop by. That's stream, of course. Beanie says, Nightbot doesn't like emojis, so I can see where the chat is. Oh, I've scrolled ahead again. I know Dan at Creative Fundamentals has the same problem with his scrolling through the chat. And I'm trying to get back up to where I just saw that. I'm so far behind. Nightbot, oh, here we go. Beanie says, Nightbot doesn't like emojis. That's right. Car says, Twitter is a fantastic place to get help, tech help with the YouTube problem. At contributors, YT and Team YouTube. I think I followed Team YouTube, so I see the things that they reply to. The ones that they do retweet or reply to comes up on their feed. So you can see always pick up on what's going on with people getting approved for the YouTube Partner Program. There's a lot of questions about, I've got 1,000 subscribers, got my 4,000 hours watch time. Why don't I have monetization? Or I've been waiting for my manual review. What's going on? So see all the other things that pop up. So you know when something's going wrong or hinky with YouTube, because then you start getting a lot of tweets about, I'm having trouble uploading. My videos aren't showing to my subscribers, and different things like that. So, Ronnie says, you missed the stream tips and Streamlabs info. Which one will pop up on OBS? Potentially you can get both to pop up on OBS. I just haven't finished tweaking with these stream tips. So both of them will do it, yeah. They just interact with OBS in different ways, and you just need to get it all set up in OBS. The stream tips one is working on a text-based system where it creates a text file that it updates on your computer. So you run a program in the background and it just updates. For this one, if somebody did a donation on the tip, it would add them somewhere in this list. This is a list of top tippers through stream tips. So Costume CO is at number 1, and then we've got Sparky at number 2, and then Car Galaxy is at number 3. So then if you donated, it would drop you in there in order of probably the donation amount or something like that. That's one way of doing it. There's like a whole list of different donation options that you can have display, like just display the latest one, or just display the ones for this stream, or just display a list, this is a list one, but for some reason it just puts it side by side, so then you can just scroll it like a ticker, which works. It's fine. But yeah, that's another video idea. As I said to Gord Eisman in the Tube Ritual group yesterday, I think I said I get a lot of my video ideas from my live stream, and today is no exception. Back to the chat because we need to catch up. Red Rocket says, auto shared. I'm not super active in Twitter, but share from the lives to it. My magazine daily. I'm accessible on Instagram, but want to do more engaging in Twitter. Yeah, I'm mainly Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram is my newest one. So Instagram, I try not to do. I try to do more Instagram-y type stuff like photos and Instagram lives and things like that, or stories, I should say, or rather than just posting links to videos, which you can't really post links, but posting promotions for my videos. So I try and go in that direction with my Instagram. My Twitter, I'll post my videos automatically post to Twitter, and then I just have conversations on Twitter with people, or retweet or like things and post other random stuff if it comes across. I tweet out other people's live streams, particularly to get people in. And Facebook is pretty much, I spend most of my time on Facebook in groups. So it's just participating in groups in the community. And I don't do too much promotion on there either. Costume CO says, Doug is cool as a cucumber. And a cucumber is quite cool when it's kept in the fridge. Fantastic Joe says, Doug equals hammer. Well, if you saw Beanie's tweet from early this morning, he tweeted my face on the body of Thor. As in follow up to the whole TubeBuddy Civil War thing that Andrew Can and Nick Nimmin have going. So he's basically saying that I'm Thor in this situation, which means I shouldn't technically take a side because Thor wasn't in Civil War at all. So anyway, Red Rocket Recess says, "Love, LOL, we love you, Doug. Ketchup. I think you mean catch up." Red Rocket Recess says, I cannot push the button. Oh no. Rodney says, I have not streamed in the last month. Work life. Work life happens, Rodney. I understand. I'll try and make up for it for you. Cargo Studio says, Banhammer Clan would almost say Warhammer, but then I get copywritten. Yeah, you don't want to infringe on people's intellectual property. Rodney says this Sunday, hopefully. Well, if you do, we'll be there, I'm sure. Because Rodney is yet another one of the streams I moderate for. So I tend to be there if I'm alive and not asleep. You just got to go for it, Red Rocket Resells. Just pull the trigger. Fantastic Jay says, just do it. He'll jump in and support you. Yes. Well, that's the thing with this community. We all jump in and support each other. And it's not a spammy support. It's a, hey, we like what you're doing. We want to encourage you. We want to get behind you and give you support. Cargo Studio says, yeah, he agrees it's a bit nerve-wracking. Hasn't started his yet. He's going to hold on for a while. Selena says, I'm the same as you, Red Rocket Resale. A lot of support there, and a lot of everyone's in the same place. So that's a good thing to think of too. You know, everybody feels the same. I reckon Nick Nimmin was the same when he first started live streaming too. A bit nervous about going live to a bunch of people on the internet. Foulfish says it's 9:25 on the coast, so yeah, I'm at least 5 or 6 minutes slow there now, because it's 11:30. 8 minutes. Red Rocket Recess says it's Friday the 13th. What could go wrong? And I've jumped ahead again. Oh no. I've lost my place again. I don't like losing my place. Okay, I'm here somewhere. Oh. This chat is problematic for me. I'm seeing thank you friends from Red Rocket Racer, so I'm gonna try. If I miss your thing, I'm just gonna have to do it the Nick Nimmin style. Is just whatever I see, I'll address and then keep moving down the stream. Beanie, oh no, Beanie says keep chatting so he can never catch up. Mwahaha. Oh, I'm just gonna skip ahead. If I see my name mentioned, then I might stop. Some issues with OBS, driver issues. Yeah, and then you get like your platform specific issues, like if you're on Windows or if you're on Mac or whatever. Yeah, there's always stuff. Always stuff. It's always a learning curve. It's always technology. Oh my. Galaxy says so I can make an entire series on this. Probably talking about that, all the streaming stuff. Yep. What does everyone else do in their live streams? Just Q&A, or do you have segments? That's a great question, actually. Car Galaxy Studio is asking, and there's probably already answers in the chat, so we'll pick up on those on the way. But yeah, I don't want to just be sitting here waffling all the time. That's why I got my subscriber segment, because that's a segment I can do. So when I get inspiration and I get a regular segment, we're going to do segments. One thing I want to do is maybe bring in guests as well at some point as well. So that will be very specific, and I need to organise that. And I need to do some testing in OBS to make sure that all works and I don't crash my computer. So let me see if I can catch up here. But I saw Beanie saying he's disappointed there wasn't those trolls. Which trolls? There's no trolls in here today. I did have one last week. I had no mod. Get this, guys. All the mods weren't here. I had no mods. And then I actually had someone troll. And in the end, I talked to them afterwards. They were just doing it for lols. So I'm like, oh, thanks. But basically, they knew what was going on, and I explained there was some mention, and I said, well, we're not into sub for subs, so don't do that. Gave them a warning, and then a bit later, I'm saying, oh, sub to my channel. Timeout. Comes back 5 minutes later after the timeout. Sub to my channel. And each time I address them, like to the camera, I address them and told them not to do it. Sub to my channel. Ban. Boom. A little bit later comes in, same name, different account because the icon's different. Sub to my channel. Troll. Ban. I had to do it all myself. But yeah, it's pretty clean today. Pretty clean today. And I'm trying to catch up now. I'm scrolling. I'm just going to try and... Chokin is in the house from the Nick Nimmin Discord channel. I see you commenting a lot over there. Slick setup you've got there, Doug. Got to go now, but hope to catch the next one in full. We'll catch you next time. And don't forget the replay. The replay is here. Selena says, I could emoji spam if you want beanie draws. Offering to help you with your problem, beanie. Okay, and I'll scroll down a bit more. Older HP webcam, need a 32-bit driver and can't find it. Oh my goodness. 32-bit. That seems to me like on-site tech support. Finding those 32-bit drivers. That's a bit of searching on the internet in this day and age as well. I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. Red Rocket Resale says what they're really after is a C920 Logitech C922. So I just decided to use YouTube built-in streamer for now. Yeah, good camera like a C922. I got a C930E, which is like it's not one of the business level ones, but it's very similar. Okay, just a little scroll and the chat moves a lot. I can't believe Rodney's missing out on using the ban hammer. Everyone's behaving, but isn't that the goal? And I'm current in chat. It's a miracle. Oh my goodness. Everyone slowed down for me. That's good to see. All right. Shall we move on? It took me so long to get through that chat. It seemed like that I was playing catch up there for quite a while. All right. If you're still there, and I've been waffling too long, but if you're still there, let's see some heart emojis. Drop me a heart emoji in the chat if you are still there. And I can see people still there because I can see the number of watching here. We might move on to current in chat. we need a bit of a cheer because I got to the bottom of the chat. And as people are typing, it's coming up now, so I don't have to touch it. Hearts from Selena there. There's some hearts and emojis being dropped in, so that's good. People are still hanging out. Mythical Gamer 04 has subscribed to the channel. If you're in the chat, there he is there. Let's do it this way. Mythical Gamer 04 subscribed. I thought you were on my subscribe list before. Did you unsubscribe and resubscribe just to show up on my thing? I could be wrong. I thought I saw that name in my subscription list at the start of the stream. Beanies away, it's a beanie bot. Selena's asking, how long do you give notice for a live stream coming up? Hope that makes sense. I usually do mine. I usually put mine up after Brian G's finished his, so then in an hour or 2, 3 hours time, I'm ready to go. So that's when I put mine up. I go, okay, I know what time I'm going to start, so let me click the schedule box and put the date and time in. I know some people will schedule a day ahead. If you look at the one we looked at in the sub list there of Gord Eisman, that one is for sometime on Sunday. And the one for Nico from Morning Fame, I think that's sometime tomorrow as well. So yeah, for me, I know Brian G puts his up just before Nick Nimmin sometimes does like for a while he was doing like 6 hours before, but then I think he was getting a few thumbs downs because people were coming in and it wasn't live. They come into the chat and they're like, there's nobody here. Oh, it doesn't start for another 4 hours. So he puts his up about half an hour beforehand or an hour beforehand, whenever he gets near a computer that he can update his schedule and get that thumbnail up there in the sub feeds for people to know. So yes, we're all doing it. Shall we move on? Does people want me to look at any channels today? We can critique them together using the trusty pen of correction. If there's interest, then we'll move on to the segment which we like to call... Oh, no, I don't have a button for that. It's a segment we like to call... And you can see down the bottom, I call it Nightbot Roulette. And this is for channel. We're going to check it, pull your channel up. We're going to have a look at your artwork and your playlists and your about page. Just a couple of peripheral things on your channel, or if you just want me to pull it up and whatever. What you need to do is go down in the chat. If you can see the instructions there to the side of the screen, type the word grading, Grading, in the chat, and that will put you in the mix to get randomly drawn for me to look at your channel for an impression of your channel and some feedback on your channel from me and from those in chat. We'll leave that open for a few minutes before we do a draw, let people a chance. Now you only need to type it once, you only need to type it one time, and then you're in there, equal chance to winning. If you spam it a bunch of times, then the Nightbot will disqualify you automatically for spamming. So, one word, type in the word grading. Today's word is grading. Last week we had a different word. We're going to have a different word each week. This week's word is grading. And you only need to do it once for the stream, and then you're in the draw for however many we have time to do. So Nightbot will be picking the pointing. It's all about the pointing. It's like, because I go like to point that, oh, I got it right. I'll point the wrong direction because I'm looking at the screen and I'm like, oh, it's over there. Oh, no, it's that way. So, yeah. Nightbot will pick it. I'm giving everybody, we'll give it a minute or two for people to enter by putting in the word grading. And we'll see who comes up, and then we will pull up your channel. Looks like I've got everything set. I can actually see who's in the... I never noticed that last week. It actually lights up the people who have actually successfully entered on the side here. And at the moment, it says there's 4 people that have typed the word grading so far. And that's about what I'm seeing in the chat too. So there's 4 people. This is a totally random way of deciding whose channels we're going to look at. And hopefully, if we get bigger, it eliminates begging. And all those things. Rodney B. Hunt says, Wheel of Death. The Wheel of Death. I think Dan at Creative Fundamentals tried the Wheel of Death one week. He put some subscribers in the Streamlabs spin wheel thing. And it was very, very janky on the screen, but you know, it works. I could be buffering, you never know. Yeah, it looks like a few people were buffering, so five people have entered the draw with the word grading. We're going to give it another 60 seconds, and then we will draw. Selena also asking for a Nightbot tutorial. Well, that's going to be working its way up the list of video ideas, isn't it? A lot of requests there. All right, Nightbot tutorial. So after I do my Streamlabs, it looks like I'm doing a Nightbot. I'm becoming a live stream guru. All right. We have 5 names in the draw to look at channels. You know, people can keep entering as they go, but you only need to enter once for the live stream because it will just draw from the people who are left in the group. Unless I hit the reset button and then everyone has to join, type it in again. But I'm not going to ask people to type in repeatedly. You only do it once. If you've done it, you're good. If you haven't done it yet and you want me to pull your channel up and check it out, then type the word grading right now. Or any point between now and the end of the stream, and then we're still doing grading. But once I finish grading, then, or impressions. What am I calling it grading for? That's just the word we're using. That's just the word of the day. It's not what we're doing. Impressions, not grading. I'm not going to give you a grade. I'm just going to look at your channel. Go Puppy Goes popped in, and first thing I see from him, he's entered the grading. So we're about to draw the first one. Some shade for Nightbot. Yeah, we could do old school. So, okay, who wants a grading? Me. Write your name down, throw it in the hat. I think that's nearly what Dan did a couple of weeks ago, Creative Fundamentals live stream. He spent 5 minutes going through the chat, writing people's names down. And then he did like 20-something reviews. And then I think by the end of that stream, he's like, I'm not going to do it that way again. All right. We're going to draw the first one, and it's going to come up in the chat. And you'll see it in the chat before you see it on the video. So here we go. Going to roll the dice. If I can find it. Here it is. Standing by. We have a winner announced in chat. Selena has won the giveaway. Well, it's not a giveaway. Well, we're giving away a channel impression. All right, let me see if I can find Selena in chat so I can bring her channel up. There we go. Stand by while I prepare the channel. Nightbot has chosen, indeed.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and this video is a very special video because I've reached a small milestone, and if it wasn't for you guys I would never ever reach it. I'm
this is really cool. Another Nightbot feature just before I put the channel up.
Started a month ago and I've already reached
because it's called Selena's Slim Plays. Subsequent messages from Selena pop in underneath. So when she said cheers, that popped in underneath, so I can see that she's responded to the announcement of the win. So
if any of you guys think
jump on over to Selena's channel,
like to have him
and I believe Selena came up
on
somebody's channel in the last couple of days that I moderated for.
I'll tell you how to download him later on in the video.
And I remember
I also did 2 versions for you guys. One when he's a puppy and one when he's an adult. So let's get to it. So let's add a dog.
Yeah, I need to check my latency
let's get rid
settings.
Of this dude. Who are you? We don't want you.
Miss Frizzle's in the house.
Right, hello.
That boo is a boo of love. I know all about that boo. You may move. You may move the barricades. That is code. You may move the barricades, Miss Frizzle.
I will do these later. Okay.
You feel free to walk around.
A Siberian Husky. So when you start out with a Siberian Husky, they look like they're quite bright and stuff. But I wanted them to look a bit more, you know, cave dog wolf-like. So.
Thanks for the mute alert there. Took me a while to figure out dog audio. Mute the channel. Oh yeah. I've muted it in Chrome now, so we should be fine subsequently. We should be fine indeed. All right. Now, the first thing, let's get my pen up. Oh. And that's good. We'll close that. No. I did it wrong. I'm going to pick a colour. Let's pick green. Here we go. Now I remember it was it Andrew Can stream or was it Dan stream where he talked about separating out the builds, LPs, tutorials. I see you've already updated and taken on advice videos every week. I think you added that as well, so that's awesome. Updating and taking on the feedback. So that's awesome there. Oh, that green's blending in. Let's change the colour. I'll stick with the red. clear. And we'll go back to the red. Okay, this is Selena's homepage. Selena's currently on 116 subscribers. So if you're into Sims 4 and such, you can show some love there. Now, the first thing I usually do is, what did I do last week? I think I jumped to the About page first. But this is the homepage. Let's have a quick look at the homepage. We've got some fully formed playlists going on here with proper descriptions. That's full marks for that. Good looking thumbnails. Good marks for that. There's another series, and has 2 videos at the moment. Get another Sims 4 house building in there to fill that out. That'd be good. Sims 1, there's another playlist. All the playlists are looking good. Descriptions and laid out. Because content's new, not all of them are full. To fill up all the available spaces on the homepage yet, but you'll get there. That's one of the things that happens. Got to go back to the mouse so I can jump over to the other tabs. Go for it, Miss Frizzle. Go for it. Description. And I need my pen again. Well, I might not. I'm Selena. I love The Sims. Very clear. I have Sims tutorials and gameplays for you. I also have some fun challenges and special videos voted by you guys. Stick around and become a subby and join in all the Simtastic fun. Now that's a pretty good description. It makes it pretty clear what the channel's about, and if you had any sort of reservations as to what it's about, then that description is basically spelling it out for you. So that's really good. Let's go to the videos playlist. This will give us a better look at the thumbnails, particularly. I can't fault these because I know these are the more recent thumbnails. They're like, as you go, you can see the thumbnails. They're all decent thumbnails, but you can see as you go from the older ones to new ones, they're getting dialed in, and improvements and looking better. Finding your theme and your style that fits in with your channel layout as well. So that's good to see. That's all coming along nicely. The only thing I'm not seeing in the thumbnails is some sort of like the branding that's coming from up here or from here. What I'm saying here, let me get my pen out. Yeah, so in the thumbnails, you got everything's like solid, except for maybe branding, unless you could go to that low, that height, that end of the branding scale where just the look of the thumbnail is the branding. But the only thing I don't see is anything that sort of matches up with this or with the banner. But that's not a big deal, because you have to figure out what's going to work and what's not going to work. I don't know whether your profile picture is going to work in the corner or whether the unicorn's going to work. Take it or leave that advice, because that's probably, you're trying to. I couldn't. You could suggest a few things, but you got to find what works, and so it's just a matter of trial and error, I think. I want to go to playlists, so let me close that. Playlists. Only thing with this tool, you've got to turn it on and off all the time, and you've got, for the amount of videos on your channel, you got quite a lot of playlists, so that's good. You got the playlist going, and we saw before on the homepage that those playlists are. Let's go back to there. Those playlists are solid. You can see the descriptions are fully filled out, so it's telling you what it's about, and it's also giving YouTube something to work with as well. And yeah. And there's probably a lot of thoughts in there. I can see some comments about unicorn farts. What else we got there in the chat? Let me go back to... Let's go to that one for a second. Yeah, let's bring that one up. Yeah, Selena's saying, branding the thumbnails. That's about the only thing I could see is is I don't have an answer on how you do that, but I think you just have to experiment. And then if you're somewhat happy with something, then maybe try it on a thumbnail, put it out there, or maybe post it in the Facebook group so that people can give you some feedback and just ask specifically about, hey, does this channel branding part work, or does it not work, or is it in the way, or whatever. So yeah, Rodney suggests maybe the unicorn, because I think the unicorn's an option. Your profile picture circle thing's an option. They're both good ideas, and they link back to the whole theme of your channel. Ready Set Bo says, what exactly is branding? If you are selling entertainment, what is the best way for branding? Branding is basically anything that identifies your content with you, or your content with your channel. So it could be, and it's not just like a logo. A logo is part of branding, but it could be the colors that you use on your channel, the fonts that you use on your artwork, like it's the same set of fonts all the time. That becomes part of your branding. So all that together is branding overall. So your logo, your color schemes, your fonts, because in my opinion, you probably only want to have 2 to 3 fonts across your channel. We saw Selena's channel has that one particular font. Let me go back for a sec. Has this font here that's in her banner, and then there's a slightly different font here in the thumbnails, but that's fine because you know, something that works together that gives you that whole vibe. People see it and they go, oh yeah, that's they'll say, oh, that's Ready Set Bo's channel because I recognise the fonts and colour scheme that he's using. We'll go back to this screen just a second. So that was a brief look at Selena Plays. And we've got 5 people still eligible for looking at the channel. We're going to roll it again. If you haven't already, drop the word grading in chat to qualify for potentially getting drawn out by Nightbot as a recipient of a channel impression. I've got to figure out if I can change it from saying the word giveaway when it pops up. I think that's just in the settings. Only problem, can I get to that from here? See, yes, it's not case sensitive. So if you put it upper G or lower G, it works either way. So that's cool. I just had to double check that. I remember seeing that setting before I started the stream. All right, shall we? Let's draw one here. Stand by. Hitting the button. We have a winner. Doug should give away hammers. You can see who the winner is in the chat. Let me prepare you the way of... If I can find... Just getting it prepared in the... All right, here we go. Car Galaxy Studios is on the screen. I was going to say he's in the house, but he's been in the house since the beginning. Okay, let me get my pen. All right, we can see Car Galaxy Studios. Captivating imagery and entertainment that's out of this galaxy. I'm not sure how clear that is for everybody. In that particular font, it's a thinner font. I think that's the main thing about it. It's a thinner font. So how clear that is, I'm not sure. And it says it's a variety channel, which I can't even draw on properly. Filmmaking. It's my eyes. Short films, how-tos, aquariums. tips, and more. It's a galaxy of subjects. It's definitely a variety channel. It's a variety of topics and subjects. And that's okay. That's okay indeed. And obviously we've got the profile picture matches the picture of you on the header holding the galaxy in your hand. Just going to pop that up for a second. Going to scroll down. Playlists are fully listed out there, descriptions and horizontal there. So the playlist game on the homepage is a big thumbs up there. Big thumbs up. Let's jump over to, I need to close that. Get a vibe of what the channel's about from the description here. Welcome to Car Galaxy Studios, creating captivating imagery and entertainment that's out of this galaxy. That's your that sentence there. The creating captive. Oh, I can't even speak. That sentence there with the imagery and entertainment out of this galaxy. That's your catchphrase or your motto or your what's the word I'm looking for? Your value, your core value, your channel value. Yeah, there's a word for it. It'll come to me. I'm a variety channel for people who share similar interests and want to learn. I teach you what I know. Well, that's all you can teach, isn't it? That's pretty good. I deliver film, video, product reviews, tips on creating better videos on YouTube, freshwater aquarium products, which we saw in the most recent video, tips, showcase some more local features and interests from where I live, Niagara region, Ontario, Canada. All that and more. My galaxy is a big place and there's a ton of stuff to do. I'm just getting started. So basically, Car Galaxy Studios is sharing, proposition, that's what I'm looking for. It was eluding me. Thank you, Mike. Car Galaxy Studios is sharing his, basically, a lot of aspects of his hobbies and interests and sharing some insights from that. So that's basically the vibe of the channel. And, that's fine. 235 subscribers, and you can see that I'm subscribed. I don't want to pull that up yet. Hang on. Oh, I just did. Oh, let's do it. Let's do it here. We'll do it on the screen. 235 subscribers. Doesn't look like I've checked the bell. Let me check the bell. Check the bell so you get notified. Let's jump over to the videos right now. Now you can see Car Galaxy Studios has got a very interesting branding technique here with the get the pen, Doug, get the pen. You can see this little triangle in the corner because he knows that the timestamp's going to be there, so he's put that there. Keeps the text and the image over on this side. You can see each of these, what are they called? Like icons has a different theme on it. It's the same sort of logo, but that one's got the fish, so that's the aquarium-based stuff. This one's got some people on it, so that's variety. I'm assuming that's variety or live streams or something. This one's got a house on it, so that's all these real estate type videos. Metabones Killer, this is his camera tutorial type stuff. That's his Metabones gear review. Back to the house here. So you can see he's even niched down his thumbnails to show the different themes. So you know that if you're into the aquarium stuff, look for the fish. If you're into the real estate stuff, look for the house. If you're looking for the filming stuff, photos and video, look for that that lens aperture thing. Look, and there's a game controller, so there's a bit of gaming going on there. So you can see that's interesting, and I reckon when we go over to turn that off. No. Close. We go over to playlist, we might see those sort of listed out a little bit more. You can see there's quite a few playlists there, and we've got real estate videos. are grouped together in a playlist. The short film stuff's in a playlist. There's some other film stuff, single features, which has got that. You got the freshwater aquarium stuff with the aquarium theme. Some War of Warships one with the gaming. So yeah, you can see they're grouped in the playlists. We saw the playlist on the homepage before. That's Car Galaxy Studios. Not going to give too much feedback today. My brain is starting to get that Nick Nimmin brain. After he gets it after 5 or 6 hours, I get it after 2. Red Rocket Research says we need more words, so I'm not sure what that's in. Yeah, a few people saying I was talking about value proposition. That's exactly what I was thinking before. Let me go back to here for a second. I don't know how Nick does it. I'm going to... that's a lot of happening there. Let's draw another one real quick. I think I need to get up and have a like a stretch. Let me do that right now. Quick stretch of the legs. Okay, let's draw another one while we're on a roll. Otherwise, we'll drag this out too long. So I'll start popping them out here. Here we go. It's all a matter of who's put their name in for the thing. Let's go. Is Beanie still here? Oh, there he is. I have to go back to the unicorn farts to find him. Let's go straight into this one. Beanie draws. I don't know. Oh, I think I have done an art channel before. Might be the second art channel. I did art channel last week, I believe. Nightbot summoned you. You must come forth. Alright, let's get a pen because we're going to do a lot of drawing on this channel. Here we go. Oh, light flare in the middle. That's blinding me. That's giving me like a blinding effect when I look at it. It's sort of like it attracts your eyes though. Beanie draws. It's like the lights come in and it's sort of blurring my vision on some of the artwork, but it's done to a nice effect. Beanie draws, art tutorials, tips, tricks, and dinosaurs. Now, you can't fault that artwork at all, can you? I can't fault that artwork. It's going to fit on mobile. It looks awesome. There's even a little ET reference here in the corner. Dinosaurs everywhere. You know, there's the yellow Beanie draws here, yellow in the profile pic. It all matches up, and as we go down into the homepage, you can see he's got his playlist again. Everybody so far has got their playlists on point. Look at that. A lot less colour in these thumbnails, but there's obviously a reason for that. We know the reason for that. If you know the reason for that, you can pop that in the chat. I'm not going to say it because there is a reason for that. Let's have a look at who's in the channels I like. Jaw of Jazza, he's Aussie as well, I think. There's a few others here. Some dinosaur ones. Video creators, Daryl Lees, Video, Nick Nimmin, Roberta Blake, Dusty Porter. Nice. Nice list. Nice cross-section of drawing and YouTube help people. Okay, now I need to... jump over to the About page because I really want to know what Beanie's about. Let's have a look here. Beanie Draws is bringing you some of the best how-to drawing tutorials on YouTube. My videos range in styles covering the basics for beginners, but also showing you some more advanced skills that other artists might not take the time to teach you. My aim is to cover it all. So it's not just about, hey, I'm going to draw some dinosaurs for you. It's about, I'm going to teach you how to draw the dinosaurs. So that's like providing immense value to people who are in that sort of art realm, who like to draw, who are into dinosaurs. or both, that's awesome. And more information there, of course. I'm going to jump to the playlist real quick. No, I want videos. Videos first. I'm not going to go to playlists. Playlist just shows me all the group together bits. Okay, the last few, you can see they're very, very consistent. Where's my pen? You can see Beanie's very consistent with his branding on the side here. Not only it's the colours, the fonts that he uses, the same colours. Deviates slightly, but for a good reason. There's these Jurassic Park stuff using the Jurassic Park font there and there. But, you know, that's what you want to do. You got the Jurassic Park logo as well. Jurassic World, Jurassic Park. It's all Jurassic. So yeah, you can see that Beanie's been dialing in that theme thumbnail layout for a long time. And then, you know, if I see that in my sub box, I'm going, hey, Beanie's done a new video, and I'm on it. So that's what you want to see. And you can see how it's evolved over time, because as you can tell, that as we go back, we're back to like from here onwards is a year and older. So, you know, quality videos take time. So Beanie's only got a selection of videos there for this year, for the last 12 months or so, but, you know, he's got more in the works, and he's working on those. Yeah, Beanie's emphasising the art side, definitely. Red Rock Resource says, maybe super bright yellow hair dye. You can use that on the... maybe you can like dye your hair in the thumbnail there. It would blend in if you did that hair there. But yeah, no, there's nothing much I can fault about Beanie's channel art and thumbnails and layout. Beanie knows what he's doing. He's gotten to over 15,000 subscribers, so he's dialed everything in as he's gone. He's taking on the advice of YouTube Help People, and he's getting that all dialed in. And I need to take the pen off for a second. I need to check the bell for Beanie. All right, let's go back to this scene right now. I'll do this for another go for just those who are new in, because I saw Mazamal is in here again. He's been in here the last few streams. If you want to be in the draw to get looked at your channel, type the word grading in. If you haven't already done so. If you've done it, you don't need to do it again. It's a once-off, a once-only requirement for this stream. At the moment, we have... Who's available in here? 5 eligible people, because that removes the people that have already been drawn. So, you know, there's good odds there. I'll give 1 minute for people who haven't to type grading in the chat. Type the word grading in the chat for your channel review, and you will be in the draw. Whether it's this one or the next one or the next one, you'll be in the draw. Let me have a quick look here. Mazamal, you need to type it in again. There's no E in grading. It didn't. The bot didn't pick that up. I saw you posted in the chat, but yeah, just do it again. Spell it exactly like I've got it right here. That's the correct spelling, and you'll be good to go. Bingo. Got it. And remember, you're in the draw now, so you don't need to do it again for this stream. If you spam it if you spam it 3 or more times, it will eliminate you from the selection. So you don't need to type it any more than once. But I have a buffer there in case you do it twice accidentally. All right, let's draw another one because we need to draw them. What is Nightbot doing to me? Is Rodney still here? I'm looking for Rodney's name. I can probably pull it up from there, but that's okay. Just pulling up the channel now. Pulling up the channel for Rodney B. Hunt. Let's go check it out. Rodney B. Hunt. Tech and tips for YouTube creators. New videos every Friday, hosted by Rodney B. I need my pen. There we are. We've got Rodney here, and I believe the mobile cutoff's probably there and there, so that's all working well. Rodney has 351 subscribers, so if you're not already subscribed, consider checking him out and checking the bell so you don't miss any notifications. Let's scroll down, look at his homepage now. You can see another playlist layout on point here on the homepage. They're listed out horizontally. They've got the full description, good titles on the thumbnails, not thumbnails on the playlists, and we've got quite a number of playlists there. And you can see there's a lot of tech, YouTube gear type of stuff, picking a name for your channel, to tips and tricks for YouTube content creators, lighting. He's got a whole series on the Panasonic Lumix G7, which is a great little camera. It's on my list of possibilities. Even being a number of years old, it's still out there and available. And it's a great little camera. Rodney's got a best of playlist, so some of his best performing. Look at that, G7X mic hack, 6,000K views. That's crushing it. That's awesome. Some YouTube keyword ranking stuff, which is usually based around morning fame, if I recall. Or Rodney's stuff's based around morning fame for his keyword research. So yeah, let's go. Let's pull up the next page on here now. I like to go to the About page. It's my thing. Hello, my name is Rodney Hunt. This channel is all about helping you learn how to create videos, grow your channel, and other YouTube-related tips. That is your value proposition. You say that in every video. Just like I say, helping you with tech wherever possible. I review camera, lighting, microphone, video editing software, and computer gear for YouTube creators. You also receive tips to grow your channel, rank on the first page search, and tips on creating a YouTube channel. So Rodney and I are very much in the same niche. So, you know, we're both doing tech stuff. We talk about a bit of YouTube as well. Rodney's probably a little bit more focused on YouTube than I am, but lately all my videos have been like YouTube live stream related. So, hey, you know, we're pretty much tracking along next to each other there. Let's go to the video tab. Let's look at this evolution of thumbnails here. Get my pen. Here we go. You can see we've very clearly got a theme here. We've got Rodney's got his face on the thumbnail. That's his branding. He's got that yellow background, which is also his branding. You can see for a while there we were going with the blue, the white writing on the blue, the grey, the black. This last one has a red, but I think that's because of the YouTube going with the red and white of blue YouTube. You can tell this is an OBS tutorial just by seeing the OBS logo, so that's pretty cool. Cheap light hack, we're showing the product as well. Tutorial on adding your YouTube chat in OBS Studios, another OBS tutorial. Blue Snowball giveaway. You can see that theme's been carried on for quite a while by Rodney. He's got that yellow diagonal line separation on his thumbnail. So you certainly know when you see that thumbnail. You see his older ones. You see where the theme has changed a bit from that style, which is his current style, to this one, which is just a solid yellow background. That's the thing. When I first started doing dialing my thumbnails in, my blue background was just a solid blue, that light blue that's on my background on all my thumbs. And what I did was I put a picture behind it and added some transparency on that, so then it gives some depth, or it breaks up the blandness and the plainness and the solid colour, like you can see in, like if you look here where Rodney's pointing in here on his thumb. It's just a very solid yellow. It sort of breaks it up. It gives you different like shades of yellow, having a picture behind with the transparency, which is what I did on mine. But what Rodney's done on his, he's gone for the split screen, which is also another good way to go. So he's got the split screen. This one's a bit out of the box because he's showing the color grading. So he's showing this one versus this one to show, okay, this one's got a bit more color in it, this one's a bit more washed out. So he's using that to just sort of talk about the whole color grading thing, which sort of takes you out of the yellow diagonal theme, but it's still got his face in it, so there's still a level of branding there. So a very Nick Nimmin-esque thumbnails as well, and the style. But, you know, we all take inspiration from Nick Nimmin. Yeah, the banner is solid as well. So there's some really good stuff there from Rodney B. Hunt. So if you're into similar stuff that I'm doing and you're not already following Rodney, then make sure to check him out. And I need to go back to camera. Still here. And I've been ignoring the chat somewhat since then. Let's have a quick... Everything's still on the same page, so I don't have to scroll. Some feedback from Rodney there, and a bit of talk about that. Rodney's really dialed that in, particularly his banner. Because I've seen some of the different iterations over time, even with like Selena's the first one we looked at. I've seen different versions of the banner, and you can see it's fine to dial it in and make small changes and just make small improvements as you go. And it's recommended. Yeah, don't just take it and leave it. Like I updated mine this week, and now I changed it around a bit to add my live stream schedule, because I don't have any schedule. I didn't have any schedule on my banner, but I added that because that's something that I have scheduled. My video schedule, on the other hand, is still to be determined. But you know, at least I put my live stream schedule up, so that grabs people's attention. Okay, Car Galaxy Studio says he forgot to mention he broke the 50K total channel views this week. Congratulations, 50K. I think I'm nowhere near that. I think I only just hit 10K, or I'm about to hit 10K. My channel views are, compared to my Dashcam channel, are quite they're lower. My Dashcam channel gets shared out a lot more in places and gets a lot more suggested against similar videos in the same niche, so I get a lot more views on those. Absolutely. Good feedback, Rodney. Good feedback. Let's go. I think my brain's starting to fade. How's everyone hanging in there? This is sort of getting into that range of where I probably need to close it up soon, but I want to draw another one. Because we've just had like 3 mods in a row. They all entered the competition, so you've got to be in it to win it. Well, not competition, the draw. So I'm not going to put the thing up anymore because there's still a few people in for the draw. Let's see who comes up next, because I don't know how many more I can do. I'm starting to fade. So let's go. Oh, this is awesome. There's a little button I can just press and it brings the channel straight up. I don't have to go looking for them in chat. Mazamal, here we go. I think I've looked at your channel before. I know you've been in stream before, but I'm sure I've seen this channel before. So let's get going. Let me get my pen. Let's get some feedback from Mazamal in the chat, because I might pick something up, but somebody else might see something different. Okay, I think the mobile wise is going to cut through somewhere in the joystick and the camera. It says gaming challenges, vlogs, and more. One thing it doesn't tell me is who you are, but it does tell me what your channel's about. So that's a plus. You've got the plain black background. You've got a bit of a camera lens sort of blending into the background. It's an interesting technique. That font looks like it's like Arial with that's white text with a red stroke around it. Get some coffee done. I will get, once I'm done, I'll be feeding myself up. I'm getting hungry too. It's nearly lunchtime here. It's 12:30, so yeah, lunchtime. So we'll get cracking. Now look at the profile picture. Now from where I am, I can't tell what that is. I don't know what that is, and I don't know how that. It certainly doesn't sort of fit in with the banners to sort of tie stuff in from a. You know what? I'm not showing the channel. You can see I'm losing it. Here we go. I've been drawing away. Nobody has been looking. And Rodney has just told me now, as I've said it here. I see his chat has popped up. Change scenes. I've done a Nick Nimmin. I forgot to change the scenes thing. No, Brian G. Johnson does that. Nick doesn't do that because he's got D to change the scenes for him. Take a breath, Doug. Okay, so you've heard what I've said about it, but now you can see what I'm talking about. So let's get some feedback in the chat from Muzamal in the chat, and then we'll continue on here. We can see I was talking about the profile picture. I'm not sure what that is. I can't tell. It just looks like it could be like a mangled transformer or something. I don't know what that is. So I don't know how it relates to the gaming challenges, vlogs, and more. So maybe consider thinking about how you're going to brand your channel, because you're on 24 subscribers, so new channel, relatively new. So you're in that process where you're slowly dialing stuff in, and you don't expect to have it perfect overnight. Like even channels that are thousands of subscribers are still dialing in their artwork and the look of their channel and their branding. So, I'm fading fast. Okay, let's scroll down and look at the homepage. Let's get some feedback on that channel art and profile picture in the chat. I don't know if I'll get to everyone. Okay, all we got in here in the home screen is just the upload. So there's no playlists have been brought in here to go down the page. You saw how everybody else had playlists listed out. What you need to do is bring them into your homepage. I got a video on that on my channel on doing playlists and how to put them on your homepage and make sure you do your descriptions and stuff. So check that out if you want to know how to do that. For the nuts and bolts, I'm not going to go into it now on the stream, but check that out. So let's go over and look at the About page, because I need to know more about this channel. You're a 10-year-old who does YouTube for fun. Okay, so yeah, you don't have to rush on the branding thing, but something you should think about. If you're into gaming, challenges, vlogs, and other weird things, consider subscribing. Peace. Well, at least it does tell me what it's about. You sort of got a bit of a variety. What I'm thinking is you're 10 years old, you're doing your thing, you're trying to figure out what you like to do, like with the gaming and the challenges and the vlogs. So you're just jumping in and you're just sort of experimenting and making videos, and that's fine. We're not all in this to make money with AdSense. We're not all in this to run a business. Sometimes it's to supplement our hobby or to be something we enjoy doing. Some people just do it because they enjoy making videos, and so they're sharing their passion. So there's a variety of reasons why people do things, so you don't feel that you have to go and get everything locked in for branding and stuff when you're just starting out, especially when you're 10 years old. Have fun. What my advice is to have fun with it and sort of work on your craft and just learn as you go. Just pick stuff up. Get better at editing, get better at filming, all that sort of stuff. So let's keep jumping over to the videos, because we couldn't see how many videos you had, because obviously the uploads list on the homepage was just the most 3 recent videos. You can see you're posting regularly, as regular as 4 hours ago, so that's good. 5 days ago, a week ago. Let me get my pen. So So it looks like you are like looking into. Yeah, I think I must have looked at this channel a couple of streams ago, because I do remember some of these thumbnails. Because I remember this one sort of stood out. So it looks like you're sort of getting different thumbnail ideas and experimenting with them, and there's nothing wrong with that. You've got a bit of a Fortnite giveaway code thing, Battlefield 1. And then there's a challenge there, spicy Korean noodle, spicy, something about Uber, which is interesting for a 10-year-old. Something about snow tubing. So yeah, you've been going about 3 months. So the oldest video here is 3 months. So yeah, my advice to you, Muzzlemal, is just to have fun with it and just keep making videos and sort of learning what you're doing and sort of picking it up and getting better at it. And then you can, when you're ready, start studying what it means to have a good thumbnail, and different things like that. And then you'll find that you'll get, people coming along and sort of digging what you're doing. So, yeah, any more thoughts in chat on that? I'm going to switch back to my camera. Whoop, wrong one. That one. How's everyone holding up there? Let's have a quick look. Let's get rid of that. Ooh, actually got 13 people in the chat at the moment. I'm starting to flag mentally and physically. So Rodney says, keep at it. Is that for me or is that for Muzzlemal? As for Muzzlemal. Good encouragement, Rodney. Good encouragement. Thank you. Thank you. We pass that on to Muzzlemal. Muzzlemal, if you're still in there, drop a little emoji or something in the chat to let us know you're still there, that you got some of that from the feedback there, just so we know you were listening. If not, just pop a comment in the comments if you're watching the replay. Shall we give it one more roll? There's a few people still sitting there, but I don't know if I'm going to get through everybody. But don't forget, there's next week, we'll have a new code word, and you'll be able to jump in and get randomly selected again. I will, next week, what I will do is turn the mods off so mods can't join. Because I've done all the mods this week. Muzzlemal was on there. I'm glad you heard that. Some feedback for you. Want to encourage you, because don't feel you have to be like the best YouTuber in the world at 10 years old. That's what I reckon. It's like, gee, if I was 10 years old, that's too much pressure for me. I just want to go out and have some fun. Play in the yard and play with my Lego or play computer games. That's what I want to do when I'm 10 years old. All right. Let's get another roll in. Rolling the dice. And we've got leadership of Mike. Now that I know this does this, then it's all good. I'm good to go. Let's go straight into leadership of Mike's channel here, and we're good to go. Leadership with Mike here. I don't know why I like to draw these lines. I've seen Nick Nimmin do it. That's sort of, the mobile cut-off somewhere there, everything fits in. Leadership with Mike, helping managers become leaders, Tuesday, Thursdays, and bonuses. It tells you everything you need to know. So, even if the name of the channel doesn't tell you, helping managers become leaders. And I can tell you there's some value in these videos, because I've watched some of these already. I'm one of the 50 subscribers, so if you're into leadership stuff, and I think a lot of us are, then make sure to click subscribe and check the bell, which I've said a few times today. I like the caricature icon. You've also got it you brought it into the channel art here. The same background color is also in the profile picture. So there's a level of branding there that's ready to go, and I think you're going to be able to nail branding pretty well from what I can tell. As you tweak stuff as you go forward and grows and all that, because I can tell you between 50 and you get to 300, you'll probably tweak it a couple of times. We'll catch you later, Selena. We'll catch you later. She's leaving the stream now. It's getting it's probably mid-afternoon over in New Zealand. One of my places I like to visit from time to time. Sunny New Zealand. If it's actually most of the time I've been in New Zealand lately, it's been well, it's a few years ago. It was overcast and a bit of rain. But you know, it's not like that all the time. They have some great weather over there as well. And you can see we've got a couple of playlists. We've got the uploads playlist, which is like the default one. And we've got created playlists, which is just sort of showing a summary. Probably think about, once you've got the content going, because I know there's not a huge amount of videos yet. We'll have a bit more of a look at that on the video tab. But yeah, once you start getting those videos out and into the playlist, so you've got, you know, see these a couple here, you've already got 3 in there. So you could potentially lay them out horizontally as the full playlist there with your description showing as well. So as soon as you can do that, that's probably something to get onto to show that you've got some, so what content is within those playlists. But, you know, that's going to increase the amount of playlists you've got available to you as you make more videos, of course. I need to turn the pen off so I can go to the About page, which is what I like to do. Sometimes you get insight from About pages that you don't pick up from the channel art and the home page. Making videos to educate and inspire managers and leaders so they can create successful work environments. That's definitely the vibe I got when I was the videos that I've watched so far, for sure. I agree with that. Don't get confused between managers and leaders. Managers can be anyone who's given the title. Yeah, that's definitely true. They can be highly qualified, but they can also be on the opposite end of the spectrum. Leaders, on the other hand, may or may not have a title, but they are naturally led. I agree with that 100%. Absolutely. And there's a bit of your background there. Why am I able to stand here and tell you all this stuff? 17 years as a leader in the service industry, 13 years as a leader in Canada's largest international airport. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. That's a lot of people to lead and manage. Enjoyed over 300 books on topics of management, leadership, and entrepreneurship. That's awesome. I can tell you, I believe Mike has some value to share. So if you haven't, subscribe. Looks like the subscribers are going up. Is that changing on me? Or am I not reading it properly? It looks like it's going up. Let's go to the video tab. Yeah. Leadership of Mike has hit the ground running with his channel, I believe. Okay. You can see even the thumbnails. He's even got a level of branding that's already in place from the get-go. So that's pretty awesome. Let's get my pen out here. You can see we've got definitely the font styled in. You can see the font using the white and the yellow on that beige sort of brown background, which matches up with what we saw on the header and the profile picture. So everything branding wise, colors and fonts is already getting dialed in at a very early stage. So that's pretty good. The only thing I'd say is you've got your sort of this font up here, but then the font's in here. But that's not a big deal because I think you're going to have at least a number of fonts you're going to call upon for your channel. So I'm personally not too fussed on that. And then you've gone from the brown, yellow there. You've sort of changed it up to the yellow background. Then you've got the letters in the brown and the white, so that works as well. It's all still the same group of colours, so it still works. Even next to each other, they still work, and I still go, "Hey, that's leadership with Mike." I know those thumbnails, so that's already working for me. And I know for a fact that that's gonna dial in even more as you put more videos out and you get them out there. You can see the oldest video is only a month ago, so for having your first video out a month ago, I think you're chugging along quite nicely. We've probably got some more thoughts in there. Yeah, Fantastic Joe says, yeah, I'd probably flip the font and pick. Yeah, particularly this one over here where the little channel, the timestamp goes over the word employer, or is it employee? Employer or employee, I can't tell which word it is because it's covered by the thing. It happened a couple of times there, but I can see you there. This is why you've probably flipped those around on these newer videos. So it's sort of like spot on. You sort of picked up on that. You go, okay, I need to change tack a little bit, and you've done that already. Awesome. Car Galaxy Studios has sent something there. I'm just going to see if there's any more comments about Leadership with Mike's channel here real quick. Miles says, Rodney's got his sub, so that's good. Yeah, Leadership Mike's gone up. Yeah, the sub count, I think it was on about 50 when I jumped on here. Now it's gone up. So grabbing a couple of subs from the live stream. There's not a huge amount of people in here, but hey, 2 subs is great. So yeah, pretty much everything that was talked about, people have mentioned there. So I'm just going to jump back because I believe Car Galaxy Studios has donated, and I believe my eyes tell me that's $5 Australian, give or take whatever that is in Canadian. Thank you very much, Car Galaxy Studios. I'm going to jump over and see if there's a I'm not on the right. Ah, yes. I'm on the wrong page. I'm just going to see if there's a comment with that. Great stream, Doug. Here's a little support to keep you rolling. Car Galaxy Studios, thank you very much for your support and for being a mod on my channel and on Nick's channel and any other channel you might be a mod on that I'm not thinking of right now. So awesome. Love everything you do as well for the community, particularly. Always participating and joining in, and your moderation skills. Oh, I'm really losing it now. I'm really pushing. We're getting pushing up towards that 3-hour mark in about 15 minutes or so. So let me have a look at Nightbot for a second. There's still a few people in there. I'm not going to get to everyone, unfortunately. So or is there? This is quite nifty, this Nightbot system. Once I draw somebody, I'm going to pull this up because I want to show you. I'll probably cover this in a video. You can see the last person we picked was Leadership with Mike. Let me get my pen out here. Once it draws it, I get this little logo here. It tells me how long you've been subscribed to my channel, which is new because that was the other day. If I click this little profile button here, it automatically opens your channel in a tab, which is awesome. A couple of reviews ago, I was looking for the person in chat trying to find them so I can open their channel. So that's awesome. And then any messages that come in after the name gets drawn get shown up in this little box here. So it sort of helps highlight, if the chat's busy, it helps highlight that person and anything they might say whilst I'm doing the review, or if it was a giveaway, we could have a conversation about getting them, stream keys or download the product or whatever the giveaway is. But in this case, it's a checking out the channel. So it's pretty nifty tool, this. Excuse me. So yeah, I thought I'd show that because I was getting over it. Oh, I'm in the drawing mode. I need to turn that off. Don't work if I'm in the drawing mode. I can see the number of eligible users has gone down. It sounds to me like somebody's over-typed grading at some point and hopped out because it's the minute ago it told me there's 4 people in there. Now there's only 2 people in there. I might help out because I know somebody who typed grading too many times, so I'm going to check their name again so they're in the draw because I know that I know that they were keen on getting me to look at their channel. Okay, let's draw another one. We'll aim to finish on the hour. How's that? So whatever we get done, we get done. Okay, next person up is Go Pappy Go. Waiting for the channel to come up. Go Pappy Go. And I'll make sure I flick over this time. Here we go. And yeah, the audio's muted. That's good. They can just play away. You can get a view from me just playing. Okay, what I need to do is turn that on. Goes Go Pappy Go. I'm not sure where the cutoff is on the mobiles. Might even cut through the book a little bit. It looks like you've got a... It looks like a book. I'm not sure if that's a book. Go Pappy Go, bite-sized tips behind the scenes. I'm trying to get a vibe of what the channel's about just from the banner, what I'm looking at here. We've got icon here with caricature, Go Pappy Go, a bit of a YouTube icon there. Okay, it says here, which is really small for me, so I can't really read it. Green screen magic with portable backdrop. Ah, there we go. So that's about green screens. I'm going to go to the About page because I'm intrigued. Okay, Go Pappy Go is currently on 68 subs. So if during the course of this channel thing you like what you see, make sure you subscribe and check the bell. Let me turn that off. So we can jump over. Go Pappy Go, bite-sized tips for small YouTubers by Jim Smith, alias Go Pappy Go. Behind the scenes secrets disclosed here are stuff you may not know just yet. Learn how to make your videos for YouTube and the web. Cool. Discover bite-sized tips, secrets and tools with short instructional visual videos that will show you how to make and get your videos to the web with ease. So it's not just green screens. I'm getting the vibe. It's all the whole video making experience. So that's the vibe I'm getting from this covering pop, open, green screen folding, behind the scenes with small YouTuber tips, and how to do your backdrops and background studio setups. Nice. Alright, to the video page. Here we go. We'll load that up and get my pen back on. Alright. And we're counting down the minutes. I'm starting to feel that head pressure in my head, so it's definitely time to move on shortly. We're looking at Go Pappy Go. He's got a number of videos here, which with the red background, the white boxes and text. There's a lot of words on the thumbnails. You could probably reduce that. I don't think you necessarily need to have the whole title of the video also on the thumbnail. Remember that the key of the thumbnail is to get someone to click. So think about what group of those words is the essential words to make someone click or to entice them to click. And I've been not looking at the chat. So Brad Davis, welcome to the stream. You are late to the stream. Quite a few hours in, and we're probably going to finish up in about 10 minutes because I am flagging, and that means we would have been going about 3 hours. So it does give you hope. 11 watching, and some of those have been real consistent throughout the 3 hours. And I thought we would probably only go short today, but it seems like once we get on to looking at a few channels, it gets real busy, the time ticks over, the clock ticks over. So we're just looking at Go Pappy Go here. So these a couple of videos there, Sony A600 videos. I've got a few videos there, umbrella lighting, background setup, being too critical of yourself. So some motivational stuff as well there. So I see you changed sort of the theme there from this sort of purple background. You've got a lot of different colours there. It's probably wise to sort of reduce the colours in your theme because some of these ones here are very, there's greens and yellows and reds and blues and pinks. So it becomes a bit like a rainbow. I see you're sort of looking at different styles as well. So then you've got back 8 months ago, you've got like a side panel branding, a bit like what Beanie has on his, sort of various versions of that. And we go back, and the earliest videos are 2 years. I think there's still things you can do to dial in the thumbnails. I think at the moment you're experimenting with this style. I think the solid color background like I was talking about on Rodney's older thumbnails with that solid yellow. It sort of gets a bit plain. Maybe something you can put there with a transparency behind it to give it a bit of depth, whether it's a picture or whatever, something that represents you, or what your channel's about. Maybe like a picture, a close-up picture of a camera, but then you put the red over top of it, give it like a 50% transparency or something. So then you got red, but then you got different shades of red because you got darker bits and lighter bits because of the picture at the back. So that's one idea. You don't have to do that. That's just a thought. Car Goes to Serious has got to head out in 10 minutes as well. Yeah, we'll try and... it's just under 10 minutes now, so we're going to have to carry that on. I see somebody mentioned no videos recently. The most recent one there is a month ago. I don't address people's posting frequency because, I'm a bit inconsistent myself, particularly the videos that I have to film and edit. So I get them out when I can. So less words on the thumbnails. I think see if you can pick like 2, 3 to 5 of the keywords. For these ones, maybe Sony A600 review. It looks like there's a 2-part review, so maybe then you could add part 1. But I don't think you'd probably need like the behind the scenes, a deterrent question mark. Not sure what that's about. There's different things you can do there. Yeah. Thumbnails. I think thumbnails, you're refining them forever. It's like it's a progression. So you're going at the moment. You're going with the red with white. I would probably maybe introduce one more color into that. Maybe if you're going with the red background, maybe and the white squares, maybe the text can be black, or it could be what's another color that goes with the white and the red. The black's the one that comes to mind, but there's probably another color you could use. Oh, I've got the hiccups now. It's all happening. So yeah, I think there's certainly some more things to dial in there. And I don't know if I had any more feedback with the banner. We looked at the banner before. I probably didn't really address it too much. I think once you dial in the colours you like to use, and pretty much reintroduce those to the banner and update the banner once you're happy with what you're dialing in. But I think just keep working on it, keep dialing it in. Probably the only thing I'd say about the banner too is it wasn't real clear to me what the bite-sized tips were about. Like I thought maybe this umbrella, at first I saw that line up and down there, up here. I thought that was a fishing rod for a second, so I thought bite-sized tips was like a fishing reference. But yeah, obviously it's not that. It's a tips on making videos. So maybe there's something in there that you could add to the text there to sort of clear that up for me. Because unless I read this really small writing here in this mini thumbnail up in the corner here, and read that green screen magic, I thought, okay, maybe it's a green screen channel. But it's a green screen channel, but you're also doing more other video content as well with a YouTube flavour. So if you can find a way to incorporate that into the banner, so as soon as I look at your homepage, I know what that's about. Okay, good. I'm going to jump on that. Now I want to turn that off because I want to jump on that. So I'm going to subscribe because that's in my it's in my niche. It's in the YouTube / video tech sort of area. So I definitely want to jump on that. Go Pappy go. I don't know why I haven't done it already. Well, I didn't get back to my screen. You can see I'm losing it. Oh, 5 minutes to go. We've got 5 minutes and I'm calling it. I feel really bad that there's only 2 people left in the thingamajig here. So maybe I'm going to do something special here. This is going to be special. Watch this. We're going to do this real quick. Because there's only 2 people left. I'm going to do them both. lightning. We'll call this the lightning round because we've got 5 minutes and we've got to do 2 channels. It's a lightning round. So we've pulled up Rap and Fantastic Joe. So I did Rap first. So let's jump on over. Rap will be really quick anyway because you'll see why that is the case. Rap is a new channel. Hasn't customized the homepage yet. So there's no about page. I can't look at any of that stuff yet because your channel hasn't been verified. You haven't verified your channel. If somebody wants to drop in the instructions for how to verify Rap, you got a channel review because you're in the draw for that. It just says giveaway. Don't worry about the word giveaway. I'll fix that for next week if I can. So Rap's channel's up here. He's got 8 subscribers. There's no banner, so I don't know if that's because the channel hasn't been verified. So this is going to be very short. So Rap, you need to go and make sure you verify the channel. So next time we can actually look at your banner and look at your playlist, your video, all your videos listed, and your about page. So it's not too much I can do on here apart from pulling you up on the screen briefly. We can see there's a profile picture, which is good. There's no custom thumbnails. It looks like they're taking screenshots from your video, possibly. It's one of the recommended screenshots that YouTube give you. So not too much in there. Obviously, you've started your channel. The first video, I can see there's 3 weeks ago. I don't know if there's any more channels in those 3, videos in those 3, because I can't, of course, look at there's no tabs to look at here. So if anybody can whack in the channel any suggestions for Rap on how to verify his channel, because my mind is going to mush. I can't remember the nuts and bolts of that now because it's been a while for me. So we're going to... That's all I can do for Rap there because there's not much I can look at. So let's jump over to the Fantastic Joe because we've got a couple of minutes left and we're going to rock this through. Look at this Fantastic Joe. Look at the beard. That's looking pretty awesome. I'm pulling up... most definitely is going to fit in the mobile. That is being totally designed as fitting everything. The Fantastic Joe, day in life of bands, people, places, and more. Oh, it's the Fantastic Joe show, sorry. I missed the show. New videos, Tuesdays and Fridays. That has everything. It's got your value proposition. It's got your schedule. It's got everything on there. It's got your face on there. That face there matches up with that face there. Boom, as we say. I'm going to go straight to the About page because we need to rock through this. There's some advice in there for Rap, I think. Brad Davis says, just verify the email they sent, which may have been many weeks ago or whenever you've done that. You may have to click on the cog on your channel too, Rap, to access those features to customize your channel page. The description here for Fantastic Joe. The Fantastic Joe show brings you bands, people, places, and more, like what we saw on the banner. I play in bands over half of my life and met many different people in many different places. So I decided to start a YouTube channel where I can take people on a journey with me to meet bands, see some of my favorite places, all the while occasionally getting into some shenanigans with my friends and family. That's pretty cool. I like that. First question I ask is, why aren't I subscribed to the Fantastic Joe already? So let's make sure we do that right now. I'm going to pop over to the videos. And you can see Fantastic Joe's already got a bit of a thumbnail theme going on here. And my sinuses are starting to clog up as well. We're dragging it out. Oh, and there's a bit of an outlier here. Oh, where's my pen? Outlier here. This is the last one we're doing today, folks. Bit of an outlier, but there's a reason for it. Can anybody pick the reason for that outlier there? I'll give it a minute. Yeah, but otherwise, we've got you got your face in there. We've got the text there. It's red with white and yellow, which works. Those colours work well. We saw a different combination of those colours on some other channels we looked at today as well. So yeah, thumbnail game's pretty up there. It's solid for a channel of 154 subscribers and heading in the right direction. Car says his hammer's getting itchy. Oh dear. That is scary, scary. I just look, when I glance and see certain things in the chat, I go, oh, what's going on? What have I missed? That's lovely. For fantastic, Joe. Let me go back to the homepage because I didn't look at. One more thing I'm interested in is your playlist layout on the homepage. I didn't scroll down, so let's have a look. Yeah, there we go. We've got interesting titles with descriptions for the playlist, which is what you want to see. Boom, like that. And there's a few of them. And as we go down, reviews, past live streams, everything is there and brought and as much as possible presented on the homepage. So there's a great tip. Something's going on in the chat and I'm missing all the fun. Let me go back to my camera real quick. That's fantastic, Joe. That's some pretty solid stuff there. I don't have too many suggestions because my brain's gone mush. But yeah, definitely pointing in the right direction nonetheless. Let's go to this one here. I want to jump over and look at something in the chat here. I'd like to speak to Ravi if you're still watching. I do apologise, but it's the end of the stream. We're going to go 3 hours. So I encourage you next time to come in earlier and qualify for a review. All you have to do is put in the code word in the chat for the day and you go into the draw for a review. And that's as simple as that. So next time, Ravi, you're more than certainly welcome to come on over and do your business. And please make sure that if you're in the chat and the mods are giving you a direction, that you just sort of listen to them instead of just keep spamming, look at my channel, okay? Because we're trying to keep this chat, look at my channel free zone, and we do it in an orderly manner where we don't tolerate begging and carrying on. So it's as simple as that. Don't like to end the stream that way, but that's how it is. I'd like to give shouts out to the mods, Rodney, Car Galaxy Studios, Beanie Draws. Looks like Beanie Draws is fading. Haven't seen him comment in recent on my screen. So if anybody's taking a break, whatever, I'll let everyone go so they can get food, get some sleep, or whatever time zone it is in your part of the world. Make sure to have a great day, have a great night, and if you're going to be a Nick Nemman stream, I will see you then. But in the meantime, this is Doug from Doug Hewson YouTube, and I'm out. And I need to click the button.